Ladies and gentlemen, it is finally time. Welcome, one and all, to the Battle of the Blackheart. This has been months in the work, and we are finally here. My first ever esports tournament that is also a charity fundraiser. I'm the host of this entire thing, the Blackheart AR, and I am proud to announce a couple of things. But for those of you who may have been part of this channel already, we gotta put these on, because these are the sponsor shades. Let's talk about it really quickly, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give a couple of shout outs over here. First one, obviously going to ASL, the ACGL Schools League. That'll be going ahead and giving away a hamper to one lucky viewer. Guys, the future of esports is all around us. ASL just finds that and exposes the talent to the world. If you guys want to get your schools or universities signed up to the hottest esports tournaments, then head on over to schools.acgl.gg. We also have to go ahead and give a massive shout out to the company that has increased the prize pool, which we'll talk about in just a little bit. EvotelISP, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, level up your gaming right now with the best connection that you possibly can by EvotelISP. Head on over to check all the specials at evotel.co.za. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this tournament. My first ever hosting esports tournament. Not the first time I've broadcasted, but this is going to be one for the ages. Like I said earlier, ladies and gentlemen, we went ahead and said, hey, 2025, we raised around $6,000 for multiple different charities. Let's go ahead, let's make this one start off with a bang with an esports tournament. And I'd mentioned that hamper, that little ASL hamper that's going to be given away. That's not just it, ladies and gentlemen, because this giveaway is for the community, for the viewers. In addition to winning that ASL hamper, a lucky viewer is going to win this first ever merch drop and a limited edition one-of-a-kind Battle of the Blackheart shirt. First of all, guys, this is my merch store. You guys can go ahead and pre-order anything on the site right now. But you will notice that the Battle of the Blackheart shirt is sold out. It is out of stock. That is because there will only ever be one of these shirts, and that's going to the winner of the giveaway here today. Guys, the giveaway is only for followers, so if you're not following, hit the follow button so you can go ahead and try to win this. But ladies and gentlemen, we've gotten many teams in this tournament, ladies and gentlemen, and you can see the roster right here, all the teams waiting for the games to start. Now, here's the best part about this, ladies and gentlemen. We ask the players what they want, if they're comfortable with certain things, and we go ahead and give them polls to vote on. The players have voted to go on ALGS rules. What that means is, it's not going to be like regular pubs where you go ahead and fly in the plane and choose where you drop out of. Nah. It's straight up going to be like the ranked, like the ALGS that you see happen all over the world, and most recently in Japan, I should say, where it's going to be a specific drop for each team. That means you're not going to get beamed out of the sky. You're not going to get aped by trying to land on a gun and someone else gets it before you. It's going to give you a higher chance of competing, and players are going to want to go ahead and compete in this, especially with Evotel increasing a prize pool to 5,000 Rand. 5k in Steam gift cards split between the duos, and 2,500 Rand each for your Steam wallet is a massive prize. But guys, all these teams are here. We're actually going to go ahead and do something a little fun. We're going to go ahead and interview one of the teams very quickly, and we're going to see what they think, how excited they are to actually be within this. Let's see. Who do we want to interview out of our 16 teams here today, ladies and gentlemen? And bear with me, this is my first time that not only am I hosting my first ever tournament, this is the first time I'm hosting an Apex tournament at all. So first ever time doing a custom game. I don't know the controls for spectating. We're gonna see how this goes. But we're gonna go ahead and hop in to a chat with one team. We're gonna go ahead and join into the third party. That is Daddy Cool and Lone Shark Mark, Mr. Daddy Cool, Mr. Mark, how are you guys doing?
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Welcome,
Good in you.
boys.
We're warming up, getting ready.
Lovely to hear that.
Are you ready?
I've been ready. I've been ready for the past couple months. I'm excited to have you guys here. Daddy Cool, you just flew back in this morning, and now you're here taking part in an Apex tournament. Recently, you also did one with the Centrum tournament. This one's a little bit different though, more casual. What's your game plan within this? How are you feeling about this entire thing?
My game plan is the same as all of my game plans. Maximum bamboozlification, you see? The more bamboozles, the more foozles. And and to have fun. That's plan number 2, you know?
It's the real life mirage, ladies and gentlemen. If we ever need, if Apex 2 ever comes out, we got our mirage voice actor right here. Right here. That's where it is. We're doing quick interviews with teams really quickly. Any words to the people watching, the fans out there watching this entire fundraiser event?
Stay cool, don't be a fool, and teabags are not a sign of disrespect, they're a sign of love. Don't at me.
We know what we're gonna see. We'll spectate that as it happens in game. But all the best of luck, boys. Good to see you on the battlefield, baby.
Good luck to everybody out there as well. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Guys, that is the third party over there. Daddy Cool, Lone Shark Mark, getting ready to hop into this. And speaking of hopping into this, we're going to go ahead and start that lobby right now. We're going to go ahead and make the lobby, create the code, and give the code to all of these players. And I'm excited for this. This is the first time I'm actually hosting a full-on Apex game. So bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm also doing all of this alone because I don't have anyone in broadcast with me. I have someone in broadcast with me. That's a lie. I just lied to all your faces. But it's fine, okay? Don't worry about it. I have someone in broadcast with me. I'm not a lonesome person. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go ahead and get this lobby up for everyone. Now, we do have our map rotations, ladies and gentlemen. And because it's ALGS, one of the voted maps will not be in this tournament. Kings Canyon will unfortunately not be shown in the light of day here today. But I do have a fancy little graphic that I went ahead to make. And it is going to show our maps, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start off over on ALGS Broken Moon. After that, we're going to take a little bit of an intermission. We're going to give these players a little bit of a break. And we're going to, you know, let them cool off. Maybe use the bathroom, get something to drink, all that good stuff. And then we're going to head on over to Storm Point. Following Storm Point is Olympus, then World's Edge. And finally, we're going to end on what the newest map that has come to Apex Legends, which is going to be E-District. Now, E-District, I'm excited to see because that's one that a lot of players actually like within this tournament, I should say. A little bit of lag over here. I am recording at 10,000 bitrate as well. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with me. I have to record this as well to get the highest quality that I possibly can. Maybe we go ahead and stop that for now, though. We can always get the VOD somehow. But players are currently joining, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm so happy that these guys are joining here. But guys, I also have one more announcement before we actually start to get into all of this. Remember that merch site that I showed you all, ladies and gentlemen? In fact, I will pop it on screen right here one more time. The Battle of the Blackheart shirt is available on Blackheart shop. You guys can go ahead and check it out, see the quality of it. But there's also, chat, there's also going to be something happening very, very soon on the side. You guys can see there's some pre-orders right now. There is limited stock and it is selling out. So go fast right now and pre-order some shirts. But also, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special announcement. So please, please, please enjoy.
何をしてる？立てよ、父さん。戦わなければ勝てない。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦わなければ勝てない。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。戦え。
Guys, I am proud to announce that the Tatakai collection, the Attack on Titan Blackheart merch, will be available for pre-order on February 10th over on my merch store. You guys can go ahead and type in !shop to get to that merch store, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be one for the ages. It's going to be my favorite drop that we ever do, and I can't wait to get in it. We're waiting for a couple of teams to join in, ladies and gentlemen. 2 teams, actually, specifically, but let's have a look at the lobby right now. So, because we're doing ALGS rules, ladies and gentlemen, we managed to get a few more slots open for teams. Unfortunately, some teams did have to back out last minute, so we're up to 16 right now, but this is still going to be a good one. Trying to get a full lobby is really good, and you can see we're waiting on team number 7 to join and team number 15 currently. Once they join in, we will go ahead and start the match very, very soon. And I believe team number 7 is actually Bad and Bougie, which is Rafts and Go Cat Go. Team number 15, we have Girthquake, which is Bounty Hunter and Panda Sun. Let's go ahead and see if we can get another little interview going on. Let's see if we can go ahead and get an interview really quickly with Nixie and squad. Nixie gang. Let's see if we can get it, because this is the not only self-proclaimed but others proclaimed sweat. So let's go ahead and check out what's happening over here. Nixie gang, what is good? How are y'all doing on this fantastic tournament of a day?
Hello, we're doing good. How are you doing?
Doing fantastic. How does it feel warming up and getting ready for this tournament, this charity fundraiser?
It was a bit rough going in, not gonna
Was it
lie.
actually? Why?
Yeah. I still had the same lobbies from before, so it was a bit
Oh,
crazy.
that's
Yeah.
I just mentioned to chat that you were the self-proclaimed sweat over here. Not self-proclaimed, others proclaimed sweat. And I'm excited to see what you both do within this, because there have been a couple of teams that are panicking at the thought of you guys chasing and hunting them down.
Nah, they don't need to worry. It's been a while since I've played, like, probably, like, almost a whole year.
Oh, yes. Well, skill stays around, Nixie. We know that for sure. Any final words to the viewers, to your other competitors, and to everyone watching this and trying to go ahead and go and, donate to this charity?
Yeah, good luck to everyone that is competing. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Remember to have fun. That's important at the end of the day. Also, good luck to everyone competing in the giveaway. I'm sure everyone is excited to get some stuffs. And don't forget to donate if you can. It's really important charity. And yeah, thank you, AR, for getting this done. It's crazy.
Absolutely. Good to see you on the battlefield. Good luck to you both. And we'll see what you guys can do in the 5 games. See you guys in
Thanks so
a
much.
little bit. Alrighty, chat. That was Nixie gang, ladies and gentlemen. We're waiting on one more team to join in on the game itself. And from there, we will go ahead and start the first match. And that is actually Go Cat Go and Raf's team, Bad and Bougie. Which, an interesting story with Bad and Bougie. Let me actually just tell them, because it seems like they're having... They seem to be having a little bit of trouble joining. Okay, so Go Cat Go and Rafs. Let's talk about this for just a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. Go Cat Go didn't have a partner. Go Cat Go joined in on this, and unfortunately, all of the people she tried to go ahead and join with are all CS players. So she didn't have a partner, and she was looking around. Rafs, unfortunately, his partner was too high of a level. We did cap this off at a certain rank. Just to keep it casual. Somehow, some way, they got into contact and they formed this team with probably one of the best names within the tournament. And also, they've gone ahead and made an entire, like, a video package that they started posting everywhere. And I got to see it firsthand on Twitch through Raf's stories. Out of all places, on a Twitch story, And yeah, now they're here. Now they're ready to compete. They are trying to get into this lobby right now. Maybe we'll actually join them really quickly to go ahead and see how they are doing. But guys, of course, that giveaway is going to be happening later on. There will be a raffle where you guys will type !join or something like that. So we will go ahead and let you know when that is active. Like I said, it's an ASL hamper, which I actually have somewhere behind me. I'm not going to go ahead and look for it because I've got too much going on my hands already. But we have an ASL hamper with a bunch of goodies in it, and then we've got that shirt that we're giving away as well. The shirt is going to be custom printed as well, so we will reach out to the giveaway winner and we will go and get your sizing and all of that right. We are just sorting out a game crash really quickly, so we will go ahead and sort that out. We'll just go ahead and get a confirmation from everyone. Okay, I'm getting them to type ready. This is a lot. Trying to get this many content creators to focus up and let me show you the chat. I'm just gonna show you all the chat. The chat has been moving non-stop. The chat guys, the chat has been moving non-stop over here. Okay, we've got 4 ready so far. There's 5, there's 6, 7, 8. We're looking for 16, chat. 16 is the number. 9, 10. I think we're getting good, chat. I think we're sort of good to go over here. We have GPS. What are we talking about in this chat? This is how casual this game is. They're talking about GPS to try and find people. Nonetheless, so that's absolutely incredible to watch these guys go ahead and be in such a good vibe, knowing that this is all for charity. So we're gonna go ahead and start the match. We're gonna go ahead and start this out. Guys, first map. Broken Moon. ALGS rules. Battle of the Blackheart. I have one question for everyone here. Are you ready? I need to see some more vibes in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. I said, are you ready? The server is starting. ALGS. Broken Moon. First match in the Battle of the Blackheart #1, and you hear that noise, you know that we're connecting in, and we're gonna see who comes out on top. And now the nerves have settled in on me, because I don't know the controls for spectating, but we'll figure it out as we go along, ladies and gentlemen. Our players loading in at this point in time. I'm so excited to get into this, guys. Of course, that charity that we're supporting is the Red Cross Children's Hospital, the Children's Hospital Trust. So go ahead and click that link in the pinned comment. That link will be active for the entirety of February. So if you can't donate today, there's an entire month where that link's going to be active, where you can go ahead and donate. And all funds go over to the Red Cross Children's Hospital. I mean, an amazing organization, an amazing hospital, an amazing fundraiser that we have here today. So go ahead, click that link, donate, please, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate every single one of you. But now these players, they're gonna start off the battle to go ahead and get 5,000 Rand in Steam gift cards, and it will be split up accordingly between the 2 players of the winning duo. And of course, it is going to be kills and placements that will be counting. So let's go ahead and get this, ladies and gentlemen. Here are teams all the way from Quinny to Droopy and Void, Lone Shark, Mark, and Daddy Cool, and see a couple of Octanes already locked in. What is that? 4 Octanes? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's higher than I can count already. But Octanes are gonna be stemming all over this map. And we get a couple more lock-ins. You can see Go Cat Go with that Valkyrie to try to go ahead and get some rotations. Such a good character right now, especially with the buffs that have happened recently. Let's go ahead and look at our map, ladies and gentlemen. You can see everyone getting their own spot to land, and this is exactly what we wanted to see. We're gonna go ahead and check in. First things first, over with Void. Now, this is an interesting team over here. These two, damn good friends in real life. But there has been an issue lately, ladies and gentlemen. Void, at the beginning of this year, exactly 1 month ago, unfortunately had his entire left hand slammed in a car door. So this man is playing right now with a blackened fingernail, but still doing his best to go ahead and just try to go ahead and be the best teammate that he possibly can for Droopy. And Droopy picking up that Sentinel in Mozambique immediately. This is a guy that loves to snipe, and immediately pushing down to Hazmat Tunnel. And in this tunnel, through this tunnel I should say, is going to be Pixie and Chubbles. These two good friends as well. These were the players that filled in really nicely. And I mean, just over this way is going to be the threat that is the Licky squad, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if Chubbles and Pixie can handle Droopy and Void, because they are going to be trying to hunt down players to go ahead and get that KP up. Nixie Girl on just the far east side of the map, looting up with Luke. I do believe this is Nixie Girl's fiance, so a little bit of a couple battle over here, trying to maybe get that 5k to win, maybe get some games, play some games together. I'm not sure if they've played things, those games with the split screen, but that would be great for them to actually get as well. We'll see how they do. Throughout this, we go back to Pixie over just on the other side of the quarantine zone. Droopy and Void not pushing too far just yet, playing it very cautious. They don't want to be the first team. Actually got to speak with them beforehand, and they said, we have one goal within this, and it's not to be it's to be the first squad that gets a kill, and also to not die as the first squad. And you can see them slowly pushing up now into that quarantine zone. We're actually going to go ahead and spectate Droopy, and you can see the pings, the comms coming through. Let's reposition over here, picking Bangalore. And there's a very specific reason why he's picked Bangalore here, ladies and gentlemen. Droopy, a guy that likes playing ranked, it's a little bit tough for him because this guy is at a massive disadvantage, ladies and gentlemen. He's playing on a laptop from 8 or 9 years ago. Droopy 28 is playing on a laptop from 8 or 9 years ago. And so he's at this disadvantage right now. I just want to see how he actually deals with this. Quinny and Quackening over here. Landed all the way on the side of Eternal Gardens. Rogue Wolf all over on this building. And they did get spotted. You can see the cautiousness coming out of Quinny and Quackening as they just choose to go ahead and back up. Maybe reposition to get a different fight. We're gonna check in back over this side. No engagements happening this side. Yeah, Gokat going Raps all the way in Spaceport, just playing it very, very slow. And I mean, just running away, you can see Rogue Wolf leading over to that Evo Shields, and that's obviously something new for a lot of these players. They haven't really gone and dealt with Evo Shields for the most part. That was a fairly recently added thing. I mean, quarantine zone right now just... and you gotta notice one thing. Pixie has the lick tag on this game as well. So these guys obviously know each other very well. Dora the Explorer and your Tani right now. Just chilling over this side. There is a squad very, very nearby. Kegs is going to go ahead, get first shot. Tani does get absolutely beamed as we're now going to watch Keegan T take in hand. And a 2-4. What's better than this, ladies and gentlemen? And I mean, the shots right now, so beautiful. You can see Kegs is going ahead and moving a bit forward. Caustic Battles is going to go ahead and get broken. Red Pepper is going to back up, gets hit a little bit from that rooftop. And I mean, just playing it a little bit slower now. Nemesis in hand for Keegan. Triple takes all around, and the shots are being heard on the map. There's a big 50 damage on Nemesis. You can see Pixie and Chubbles. Hear those shots. Saber Chappie as well. Void and Droopy. Everyone hearing the shots that are happening here right now, ladies and gentlemen. And the shots come through. Big damage right now. Both Tani and Daughter cracked. There's going to be the missile swarm coming in, but a big miss on it. You can see Caustic Battles getting absolutely destroyed. Tani and Daughter give a chance to go ahead and actually heal up. There's battles everywhere. That's going to prevent an immediate push-up. You can see a slow-paced push right now coming through. Nades coming in as well. Arc Stars getting yeeted everywhere. As we look at the map again, Pixie and Droopy. This might be an encounter here as well, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to look at Shovels as well. No, they seem to back off from this. We go back over here because we have a third party coming in. It's Rafts. It's Go Cat Go. Looking for some KP. Missile swarms coming in. Cat gets knocked immediately by Keegan. And an immediate wipeout. As we see Rafts and Go Cat Go. Bad and Bougie get eliminated as the first few kills go to Keegan and company. That is insane, ladies and gentlemen. That right there is a massive, massive kill. You can see the pings coming through. They want to play this aggressive. They want to get those kills back. Beta Rainbow also going down in that kill feed as we move back over to Void right now. You see them peeking. They did manage to spot out where their opponents were. They did manage to spot out exactly where Pixie, where Chubbles has been. They're looking to go ahead and get some KP themselves. Big shots coming in over on Void over here. Void with that 30-30 to Peter. And I mean, such a tough gun to actually use at times. Lone Shark Mark now here as well to go ahead and get that third party. And this is what you love to see over in Apex Legends. The third parties, the fourth parties. And Daddy Cool and Lone Shark doing that right now as they get the confirm. Over on Chubbs, Born Legacy gets taken down as well by Lukey, and that's Nixie's team getting a kill now as well, or at least a knock. You can see there's the kill. Pixie gets taken out as well. The third party comes along, and they take out Droopy and Void. They take out the Licky Lickies kills. And now look to take out the Licky Lickies as well. Void with a 30-30, not really hitting right now, gets bamboozled over there. And Void, his one struggle is a Mirage. So let's see how he plays out in this. Peeks the bin, 60 headshot right there. Backs up now. Absolutely cracked. Droopy gonna go ahead. Has infinite ammo, gets spotted. Nade comes in, smokes go out. And I mean, this is a tough situation for him now as well. Meanwhile, the zone shrinking in. Teams on the northern side have to go in and rotate in very, very quickly, ladies and gentlemen. We look at the scoreboard right now. Nixie and Squad, 2 kills. 2 kills is just on the board a lot. Pixie, Born Legacy, Rafts, Beta Rainbow, they are taken out. You can see Beta Rainbow unfortunately taken out first over there. As we now go ahead and witness our last few teams and 12 squads, 24 players. And I mean, just everyone over here quarantine zoned right now. Everyone just wanting to be. And you can see Daddy Cool and Lone Shark Mark. They're just going through and absolutely just trying to hunt down the opponents. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Bounty gonna be getting a kill over here. Girthquake managing to pick up some Quinny just on the run now. Trying to maybe go ahead and craft Banner and get their teammate back in. Saber Chappie, though. Not a good surprise waiting on the other side of the staircase. Gonna be an absolutely tough one, ladies and gentlemen. Is Daddy Cool there? Spots out where Saber Chappie is. And that right there is gonna be the Hunters now. Coming in, Clones and Sparrow ult to try and slow down Daddy Cool. But is they really slowing down the third party? We do see that Saber and Remington backing down the stairs right now. They are going to put a dart down to go ahead and just scan anyone. Void and Droopy backed all the way to the southeast side of the zone. But that's not very good either. There's everyone on the southeast side of the zone. And remember, they are trying to get their KP and their placement over here, ladies and gentlemen. So we will go ahead and see how that is and how that's going. Lone Shark Mark. Some good shots from that G7. It's going to prove dastardly for the team below them. Team number 3 right now, the third party. Looking to third party everyone in this lobby and take away that 5k. We see in the kill feed, Red Pepper part of Keegan's team, Red Kegs, is now the kill leader with 3 kills as Lone Shark Mark just flexes the Octane Heirloom for all of us. We're going to move over to the eastern side of the map. 301 Gaming over here as Roybart having to pad out. Riser, the teammate, goes down, takes the pad the opposite way, however. And Rogue Wolf gets an elimination over there. But they don't realize that there's a squad right behind them, actually. Mastiff Rampage is an interesting one to see over here on Luke. Nixie doing that good loadout, almost the meta loadout of the 301 triple take, and that T-take so devastatingly good. Constant 66 damage every single time you fire that gun is so beautiful. Dora and Tani just trying to rotate into quarantine zone right now. Center of the zone, LLG and Kegs, both teams still on the south side, outside of zone. We are going to see Lukey and Nixie start getting in the engagement. There's that T-take doing that 44 consistently. I mean, such a good gun to just chunk out damage every single time. An instant crack over there on the Ash. And then Nixie also playing Mirage, managing to get heals off. Rogue Wolf and company, they are in that bad spot over there. A little bit of thermite ticking goes off, I should say. Lukey is pushing in real quick, real deep. 301 now out. Oxnare goes out, tries to slow down. Lukey falls down the other side. No shots connecting on Lukey from Rogue, however. Oxstar's coming in. There's the hip fire, there's the spray. Wingman switch out, and now has to go ahead and phase breach out of there, but so low. That phase breach is going to be taken by Nixie and squad, and that's going to be Rogue Wolf and team out. 8 squads left, 16 players left, ladies and gentlemen. And then Bounty having to pop that bat right now, get healed back up. I can see the chat right now, people going ahead and guessing who's going to win this. Guys, if you are in this chat right now, I want you to go ahead and guess who's going to go ahead and win this, and also which team are you rooting for. Remember, that giveaway will come a little bit later on. LLG still waiting out in the zone. There's a jump tower right next to them to go ahead and redeploy, but they're not even going to take it. They're just taking their own time looting. Droopy gets hit hard over there, but Droopy has a Kraber with infinite ammo. This man said, if I spot a Kraber, I'ma go for trick shots. And right now, he has it. And this might be the game changer that the Lickies needs. They have 1 kill to their name right now. Let's just double check if it's 1 or 2 perhaps. It is going to be 3 kills total for the Lickies. That's absolutely insane as zone shifts one more time. Bounty left up on the north side. LLG forced to push in. Lone Shark Mark lost alive. Daddy Cool gets taken out. There's the Stim trying to go ahead and super glide, but gets taken out by Sloth, and LLG lost Legion. They get those kills. Bocheck Alternator with the double tap, and having to pad up now as more shots come through, and those shots are, of course, from the Lickies themselves. And the Kraber Droopy with the infinite ammo is something that this man goes for every single game that he plays. And look at this positioning though. They are keeping the far south side of the map. This might be beautiful for them in this top 4 situation. They just need to play out their time. Rolling Thunder is in the hands of Droopy. Double launch pads over for Void. They are still on their blue armor though. I do believe that LLG, yes, LLG is on the purple with a bow check right now. But I mean, between all the teams, Daughter is still on gray this late in the game. 120 damage to the name means it's going to be tough. Only 1 player in this lobby right now has purple shields, and it is LLG. As Droopy, you can see he's looking for that opening. He's craving that headshot that he looks for every single game. As we do a fly through of the map, Sloth now also going to get that purple armor. T-Tech bow check right now. A little bit of a battle going on. Sloth and Lamar, they are going to go ahead and get absolutely damaged over there. A little bit of poke damage is going to boost Daughter up over to that blue armor. You can see that T-Tech so good at dealing tick damage, at dealing chip damage. But this opens up an opportunity now for Bounty, for Panda, to try to push up, get into the zone, secure positioning, and try to get themselves a couple elims. You can see Droopy trying to push up. He's so eager, and I'm so eager to see if he gets a headshot with this Kraber. Now just standing a little bit still in the open. And now gets absolutely found out over there. Void with the 301, 30-30. Currently 3x on that 301. Droopy just gonna go ahead and heal. Guys, final few zones over here. And it pulls! It pulls south to the Licky Lickies. The Licky Lickies have zone. But do they really want this? I mean, both of them have marksman sniper. This is gonna be really tough for them to hold out in a spray battle against the other teams. But nades coming in is gonna go ahead and slow down LLG. And Sloth, you can see Bounty and Panda trying to push up blue armor. They are going to hear that steps over on their left. And that is going to be Dora and Tani as they just get a little bit more loot. Gets found out right now. Flatline P20 is in Dora's hand. Has that mythic now trying to pick a perk and spray down. Lifeline does get cracked. I believe that is Panda. Panda does get cracked over there. Bounty as well having to heal up now. And everyone popping bats. Droopy getting hit over there for just a second. Gets cracked. Void as well. And now comes the healing that needs be. And what's perfect about this is Droopy needs to play off of his ult. You can see smoke goes down for a little bit of cover, but slides out of it accidentally. Now has to go ahead and pop those cells. Pop those heals. As we do one more fly through. To find our players. There is steps over on that right over there. We see Panda and Bounty push up to this building. I believe Sloth is going to go ahead and try to push up with his teammate just a little bit. You can see it happening over there right now. Void going to have to go ahead and heal up 150 with the Kraber. He loves to see that. Arcstar's going out now. But now getting shot at from another team. Smokes onto Void. Beautifully done. This man takes that healing over on the smokes. Misses the shot. And the flinch comes through of another team. And this team is going to be Dora and Tani as they play out now in this final zones. This is the final zone. We're going to shrink into nothing. And Droopy has the advantage right now of having that ult. We are going to go ahead and see a missile swarm come in. They're going to tank it though. None of it hits. Droopy with that Kraber looking so heavily for that shot. And you can see him playing this out. 150 trade on the Valk. Has to go ahead and pop a bat right now. The sprays come in from Void. Bounty and Squad, they're just chilling on the edge of zone. They're just playing this out as long as they possibly can. They're letting the other teams kill each other. Does get shot out over there. A little bit of a visual glitch over on the bow check, and we do manage to get it fixed. Lamar gets absolutely beamed now. Has to go ahead and do a full heal. Void looking for that spray. Droopy still playing around with this Kraber, and he can do this for as long as he wants. Of course, infinite ammo affecting mythic weapons. A very recent patch. And 210 to the dome. Droopy shooting it from half court. And the lifeline gonna have to pop the halo for the res. Droopy spots another, trying to get in the second headshot. For all of you watching this, just whoops it. Lifeline gets a haircut. 210 on Sloth. And now has to heal up. But what a shot! The Kraber King, Droopy, is setting everyone's heads on fire with the Kraber. Dora, Tani trying to move in. Bounty and Panda as well. Panda 75 away from Purple, trying to get it. Gets it as well as the knock over on Tani. Everyone pushing in right now. And there's that rolling thunder from Droopy. Droopy with a massive advantage over there. Giving so much. Free Elo gets the squad wipe and now has to heal up. We see Arcstars going out. It's absolute calamity and chaos going through. Top 3 squads. Droopy very low, backing up. Void, no shield, but still Ego peeking this as he gets the alums. We're in a 2v2. Void gets cracked, now has to stum around. Sloth and LLG Lamar in a 2v2, playing out their angles. LLG manages to get the crack on Droopy. Smokes come down again. Void still not fully healed, but it's enough to go ahead and get a little bit of a push. Doesn't check above. Vert nade goes out. Doesn't hit. Droopy sprays, gets one, drops down, but gets taken out. And Sloth and LLG take the first game on Broken Moon. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, what a first game. Holy, I cannot believe what we just witnessed. That is insane. That is absolutely beautiful. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, this is Apex Legends. This is the battle of the Blackheart. As we get our first victory over there, our first map on Broken Moon. That is absolutely insane. Guys, that was just game number 1. We still have 4 more games for all of you, ladies and gentlemen. So stick around. That giveaway is still coming. Who is going to win the 5K? We'll have an interview just after this intermission. I need something to drink. Holy, that was insane. We'll see you guys in a little bit. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. What a game. What a game number 1. That is insane. That is insane that we got to witness that, ladies and gentlemen. That was just game number 1. That was game number 1 on a map that a lot of these players don't like. That is crazy to me. That is crazy. I also want to take the time right now, ladies and gentlemen, to shout out everyone that has donated to the Red Cross Children's Hospital. I see the donations, chat. I've seen the donations coming through. I appreciate it, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are absolutely insane when it comes to that. At the end of the stream, we will go ahead and log in and check out all of that. But we are going to go ahead and get an interview really quickly, ladies and gentlemen, in just a second, because I want to talk about the points. Now listen, the site bugs out here and there, and unfortunately it bugged out a little bit, so I'm out here doing math. Out of everything, I am doing math, ladies and gentlemen. And let's actually go ahead and take a look at that match summary, ladies and gentlemen. This is where it is, guys. It's 5 points per kill, and then it goes into according points for our ranking. So if you get first, you get 20 points. Second, you get 16. Third, you get 13 points. Fourth, you get 11 points. Fifth, you get 9 points. Sixth, you get 8 points. 7 is 7. 8 is 6. 9 is 5. And then 10th is the cutoff, which is 4 points. That's where you just need to be for points right now. I want to tell you guys that Lost Legion is in the lead with 55 points, ladies and gentlemen. Droopy and Void, the Licky Lickies, are at 41. Here's where it gets a little bit crazy. Okay? Because team number 15, they have 28 points with 3 kills. Right? They got third. But then you take into account that team number 3 died before them, and they've got more points. They've got 1 more point. They've got 1 more point, ladies and gentlemen. That is crazy. We're going to get an interview really quickly with the king of the Kraber himself. I hear big noises in my ear, but ladies and gentlemen, here is the king of the Kraber, the Licky Licky himself, Mr. Droopy.
God.
You got what you wanted.
Yeah,
First game on.
I did. I got
First
the
game
Infinite
on.
Ammo and
Hey.
the Kraber first game.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Ain't no bias, but dap me up, because that was something for the ages. Double 210 headshots off of a quick peek is absolutely insane, Mr. Droopy. And Void, you
tell
as
you.
well. With that sprays from the 301, incredible. How was that game for you? What does it feel like?
Bro, my anxiety. When I no. When I realized, okay, we drop in. Then we drop Panzerma tunnel, and I'm like, oh no, we between 3 teams. Okay, decide where can I bait Void so that I can run away. I saw they didn't loot properly, so I took over one of the buildings. I saw we heard shots. We tried to push, but then how do I say?
Missing your bullets.
I missed all my bullets. I'm not picking up Sentinel again. I missed every bullet. I'm not joking. I went down from 82 bullets to about 60 and missed every shot. Well, it was fun. But when I realized it was top 4, in a small circle, I started reciting.
You
I
started playing
praying,
for your
I started
ult there.
everything.
You started playing off of your ult there, which was really smart. But now that
Yeah,
was
I wanted to, but I threw too short.
that was your worst map. That was the worst
Yes.
map
Yeah,
for
that's my worst map.
you guys. Now you're moving into Storm Point. How do you feel about this one?
We can't jump off the map to avoid anxiety, can we?
And
Okay,
on
okay,
that
I take it as a no, I
note,
take it as a no,
and
I take
on
it as a
that
no, I take
note,
it as a no, I take
good
it as a
luck,
no.
boys. We will
Okay.
be starting the map in the next
Mm.
few seconds. Guys, the Licky Lickies over there. We are going to go ahead and start this next game. Will we see Lost Legion go ahead and keep their lead, or the Licky Lickies make that comeback? Only time will tell as we're going ahead, and we're going to ask the players if they are ready to start game number 2. Guys, by the way, this is a charity fundraiser, ladies and gentlemen. If you can, go ahead and donate on the link in the pinned comment for the Red Cross Children's Hospital. It would mean the world to me. And that link's going to be available for the entirety of February. So please go ahead and donate there, ladies and gentlemen. Also, we have a giveaway coming very soon. So keep your eyes peeled. If you're not following and you want to be a part of the giveaway, you gotta click that follow button down below. So go ahead and do so. Also, a little bit of a shameless plug. Exclamation shop in the chat to go ahead and get some merch, ladies and gentlemen. But while we're talking about it, let's go ahead really quickly before we load into this game. And we thank our sponsors, ASL, that have been giving away a hamper to one lucky viewer over here. They know, they find out the future of esports and expose the talents to the world. If you want to get your school or university involved, schools.acgl.gg is the place to go. And of course, our second sponsor, EvoTel ISP. Level up your gaming by getting better internet. EvoTel has a ton of specials, and they've increased the prize pool here today to 5,000 Rand. So go check out all the specials on evotel.co.za. Ladies and gentlemen, as we load into our second map, Storm Point, ladies and gentlemen. This is a map that it's hit or miss. I'm not gonna lie, it's hit or miss with a lot of players, and I am curious to see what happens in this one, because seeing how some players actually go ahead and play, ladies and gentlemen, there's a little bit of nerves when it comes to Storm Point. Maybe it's just the rotation. Maybe it's just the fact that there's too many trees on the damn map. Let's see exactly how these players go ahead and keep their calm and cool under pressure. Let's see what we're going to get for the first picks, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, I'm seeing some caustics. I'm seeing a couple mirages. And I see a couple of bangs, and we even see a Gibby as well. All in all, it's pretty much the same picks. We do see Luki over on Pathfinder. I believe he was on Revenant last time, or was it Ash? I'm not too sure. But I mean, fairly similar picks right now, ladies and gentlemen. Fairly similar picks as we go ahead and drop onto our map. Good spread right now. No one landing pylon. Means that it is going to go ahead and be quite a good rotation in and out through here. Everyone starting their land. We are going to drop in with the winners of our first game, Rogue Wolf. Immediately, they get such a good spot to land at. Zeus Station is very, very underrated. We do see Sloth and LLG over here. I should say Sloth is the winners of the last game. I do apologize on that. Still good rotations. Zeus Station is this entire POI, ladies and gentlemen. And a couple jump cannons to go through. Means that rotation is going to be easy. But Nixie and squad is waiting over in the command center. Rafs and Luki, or I should say Luki is close to Go Cat Go and Rafs. Cat now having to just fly off a little bit. Spots on top, but trying to outmaneuver as the pilot, but gets taken down by Luki. Rampage in hand of Rafs. Now left all alone to try to go ahead and carry this team. That is horrifying to go down that early. Almost disastrous to go down that early in the game. And you can see the backup of Nixie right now is here. Rafs in this situation legitimately just needs to run. Does get enough damage over on Luki to go ahead and crack him, but I mean, it's not really going to be enough to go ahead and push through. It's not going to be enough to go ahead and make a play off of it. We do have a game crash, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to see if that can happen. Remember, there aren't any restarts within this, unfortunately. And unfortunately, we do see Rafs and Go Cat Go get taken out very, very quickly. I do believe this is the crash right here. Quinny unfortunately crashed. He's going to try to reload and get back in, but not really anything we can really do over here for a restart. Especially with how the games have been working through the site, ladies and gentlemen. over on the far west side of the map. Baited Rainbow, Alex. They're just bing chilling in this building. Gonna go ahead and kick a door. Might as well. Now, these guys barely play this game. Baited was so excited to get in on this for the charity that man said, you shouldn't have gotten a prize pool for us. But of course, we got that 5k that you guys are playing with, of course, thanks to EvoTel. And I mean, what amazing guys over at EvoTel to increase that prize pool to 5,000 rand. Meanwhile, Pepper and Keegan, they are slowly pushing up. Pixie, Chubble's moving up as well. I mean, you can see Droopy and Void playing it slow over here. I will say, okay, and this is the analytical side of me being a commentator, okay? These two right here, okay? We're gonna get angles for them. These two right here, they understand how to play it slow. But at the same time, they love to just run people down. They genuinely do. So to see them playing this slow and this tactically is insane. We do see Bounty going out of checkpoint, leading the way all the way around to try to get a cut off on the wall side, and this could be disastrous for the Licky Lickies. I don't want to see if Quinny makes it back in. Quinny's getting pushed right now by Quackning. Hopefully can load back in over there, because it would suck to see them lose points off of a game crash like this. Meanwhile, the third party might just get snuck up on by the Death Star, Dora, and Tani themselves. And no, in fact, it's gonna be Lone Shark Mark spotting them out. Daddy Cool as well. I mean, the G7, such a beautiful gun for this mid-range. Shots, unfortunately, not connecting over there. We are gonna see, though, the bombardment come down. But I think maybe a misthrow on that bombardment from the Gibby. It's not going to hit anyone. In fact, it's not going to even be close. If anything, that just slowed down Dora and Tan. Daddy Cool! Sniper in hand, gets returning fire. And I mean, that right there is insane as we move back over. Tani with the sniper. Almost hits the muddy. And jump peeking right now. Spots out one in the building. Sentinel not charged, unfortunately, and whiffs that shot, but now takes the time to go ahead and heal up just a little bit, popping those cells. And of course, the bigger hitbox of Jibby means that you need to go ahead and play it a lot slower. Dora on the Ashe. And even though Ashe is nerfed, still a decent character to go ahead and play on. Especially for that right there, the arc snare, just slowing down your opponents and keeping them in play. Especially in a team like with Gibby or Caustic, if you can slow down the enemy team in a point where you go ahead and just use Caustic Nox gas or the bombardment itself, it's insane. Tani gets absolutely slammed over there, forced to pop a Phoenix kit now. And these guys playing it so tactfully and slow, the Gibby bubble does go down and has to restart that heal, unfortunately. And the push-up does come from the clones. Tani very low, and you can see a more tactical approach coming from Lone Shark Mark and Daddy Cool. Daddy Cool on the flank, pops the Mirage à Trois. Sprays down Nemesis, but gets taken down by Tani. That's disastrous over for them. Dora having to back up right now as we get ourselves a third-party situation. The Licky Lickies are pushing in strong. Droopy says, I don't want any of that, though, as he backs up, unfortunately. His most hated gun in hand, the long bow. For the 6x, will it be decent enough? He did say he was not going Sentinel, and they did land wall. I do believe that there was a sniper arsenal over there. Yes, there was. Picked up the longbow instead of the Sentinel, but gets absolutely slammed over there by a Sentinel. Has to now pop a Phoenix in the smoke. As Zone closing in now. Zone number 2, I should say. 1:30. Lone Shark Mark managed to go ahead all the way and get to crafting. Gets Daddy Cool back into the fray. Lone Shark Mark is already on purple armor. Might be one of the first teams over on purple. But look at that zone pull, ladies and gentlemen. We're going South Command Center. As Mark gonna go ahead. G7, so powerful. I mean, just lining up those shots, it does so much over there. And it's enough to go ahead and slow down. Slow down the Death Star just like that. Unfortunately, we do have confirmation that Quinny is not loading in. And that really sucks over there. That really sucks. But we do see the stim now from Lone Shark Mark. Just trying to rotate. A lot of teams around them right now. They are basically in a triangle of shots if they make one mistake. One misplay. Bounty. Panda. Slowly moving in. And this is the sniper game. People know Storm Point. A lot of long sight lines. You have to go ahead and have to be able to have that advantage at any range. You can see Flatline as well that recently did get buffed. This Bounty gets that Evo, pops down the jump pad and gets the rotate. Meanwhile, Saber and Remington find themselves against a third party, or should I say the third party, as the jump pad coming out from Lone Shark Mark and Daddy Cool gets them the rotation right into the safety of this new zone. Saber Chappie still moving in. Warrior Pixie left alone, has a mobile respawn to bring back Born Legacy over here. Pops it down, unaware that there's two teams close by. And this is gonna be tough as you look at the map. Everyone rushing in for the KP. I mean, you see Lone Shark Mark hop on the roof. The respawn goes off though. That's gonna be free KP for the third party. And you can see Lone Shark Mark just waiting for them to drop down. Remington and Saber, they just back away after hearing those shots. They're not going to risk anything. T-Take comes in, and that's so unfortunate to have to deal with that. But still alive. Still somehow alive. But in this 2v1 situation, it's almost impossible to win it. The sprays come in, and Born Legacy gets taken out. We are down to 9 squads, just like that. But you gotta look at the zone, ladies and gentlemen. Arcane Gamers and Girthquake, they still out here in the zone. They might be looking for a little bit of fights. You can see Ryza and Duo pushing in. Everyone rocking the beautiful Sentinel, the active of this past split. And a lot of damage over here on Roybot. Manages to get in though. Flexing that Karambit as he moves along. We see Void a little bit split up over here. Droopy taken out. When did that happen, ladies and gentlemen? We don't even know. There's been so much action on this map. You can see Void now. Void just trying to take this jump pad. Just trying to get scot-free. Aiming for that jump tower, perhaps. But there's a big problem waiting on the other side. And it's called Nixie Gang. Jump tower taken, or jump cannon, I should say, taken. Doesn't spot out anyone. Here's the steps now. Over on his left. That's Lukey. All the way down. Puts away the gun. Stims away for his life with the stim surge on top of that. Zipline again. No mobile respawn on him to try to go ahead and get his teammate back. This is going to be a tough one for him as Nixie and Luke, they are hunting him down. Every other team, though, on the outskirts of the map, it looks like they're just going to leave Void for the time being. And I feel for Void right now. This is a guy who goes ahead and gets so nervous when he's left alone in battles. And you know that Droopy is trying to give as much comms as possible to him. We move back over to Saber and Remington as they now approach Storm Chaser. Daddy Cool and Lone Shark Mark just on the outskirts as well. Nixie is over there. You can see the map getting opened by Saber and stopped moving to mark that Evo. Now marking up here. They don't know about Nixie Gang waiting atop here. Remington goes up. But will it be the last thing that he does is the question. As Nixie Gang waiting on the roof. We do see the scan go down. And they're just playing so tactfully. They know now that it's 20 points for first place. They're just trying to play off of placements right now. And it's not a bad stat whatsoever. Void is just chilling over here. Waiting for that zone to close in. Waiting for placement points. Let's take a look at the leaderboard right now. Luke and Nixie have 6 kills for their team. 6 kills. That's 30 points on its own, chat. That is insane that they have that many points, ladies and gentlemen. And they're looking to go ahead and double that up a little bit more. They don't need more kills. They just need to play with that placement. Move over to Dora and Tani. They find themselves in horrible spots over here. Bubble is down once again, about to go away very, very soon. As now they have to move, getting sniped at. We do see a big hit over on Tani from the Arcane Gamers with that Sentinel. Roy is now charging up that Senti one more time. Sentinel, so good for damage, man. You just see 80, 80, 80. And then you hit that one lucky headshot for 158. You can see both members of this team rocking that Sentinel. A 10x over on Riser. He now gets shot at. Now repositioning Nixie and Luke spot all the way up top. And are they trying to 3-2-1 them? No, it looks like they're shooting at different people. Lone Shark, Mark, and Daddy Cool now getting arc snared, and a triple jump pad is going to go down. And look at this game knowledge. Go ahead and get height for just a second to spot out where opponents may be. Drops back down behind the tree. Now has to pop a cell. It has overhealer though, so I can play this for as long as possible. And that G7, it's the one gun that can counter a Sentinel effectively. You can do so much damage in a couple of shots that you can just go ahead and keep it out. I do believe that unfortunately Void does get taken out, yes, by Lukey with that PK. The Licky Lickies have been taken out in 7th position, ladies and gentlemen. Still going to get themselves a chunk of points, but not as much as they wanted to. A nade goes out from Lone Shark Mark. Doesn't go all the way into that stairwell, and Bubble up close as well. Going to go ahead and span that out as Tani bubbled on. Walks out of it right now, and this is a horrifying zone for these teams. Look at the open space that these players have to deal with. Nixie and Luke, they can just play the stairwell for as long as they want. They have about a good 15 seconds here to actually move in. You can see clones going out. Nixie taking control of that decoy as well now. Zone is here, and it's gonna chunk away. Nixie, though, taking a lot of storm damage. Barely getting in. Chels with the Mosey, but goes down. Gets Saber Chappie out, though, and makes it into zone. As Luke now will be able to go for that Riz. So many people out here as Tani tries to get the Gibby bubble Riz as well. Of course, a much faster support Riz manages to do so. Nade coming in, but the Gibby bubble gonna protect. Because Gibby does protect and he attack. Meanwhile, the Arcane Game is all the way down south. Nixie still here now. All the way up top. Lone Shark Mark takes down Tani. Nixie, unfortunately, cannot be raised right here. You can see Luke has to back off. Saber and R9 in Red Pepper's hands. We're going to see the Missile Swarm come out. Unfortunately, doesn't connect, but that Revenant is going to go ahead and scan on that hit. Knows exactly where they are, hunting down right now. Keggs takes out Daddy Cool over there. Gets a little bit of loot. Clears the corner now, and just like that, the third party gets taken out in 5th place. We're down to our top 4, and Nixie makes her way down and manages to get raised by Luke. Reloads the Moseys. There's still a fighting chance over here. They have, what, 7 kills? 8 kills? 9 kills? Looking to get more. As the spray down with the rampage, nonetheless, comes out of Luke. I mean, the rampage, such a hit or miss gun. Right now, it's doing both as Luke gets absolutely cracked. Zone about to move in the next 40 seconds over here. And Arcane Gamers, they have so much space to work with right now. They've got that double Sentinels. They can work around this entire rock, and they even have the rolling thunder on Riser to go ahead and get so much damage, holding out the opponents, and maybe even get a cheeky knock or two. 79 from Roy, 79 again. And there goes that rolling thunder now, ladies and gentlemen. The airstrike from Bangalore coming in. Gonna do so much hold out to both of these teams. Nixie absolutely one shot behind this box, popping that heal, going visible. Here comes the missile swarm, does go ahead and stun both of them. 3 squads left, double sentinels in play, a Kraber with an R9, and Nixie gang against the world with the zone to their back. And you can see smokes going all the way into the distance. That's a home run, count that one down. See Roy now, the Octane, getting Octane tendencies to push up in this 2v2, I should say. As Lukey tries to grapple in, says, don't worry, I've got this. But misses the jump onto the rock. Nixie manages to get a little bit of a beam over here now as well. Roy up close. Does get that spray with the 301. Has to drop down. Hip fire gets the knock. One shot though gets taken out. Riser can win it all over here. Jumps over. Gets the final shot on Nixie to win the game. Team number 10, ladies and gentlemen. Walking out with that victory. But I mean, you look at the amount of kills that Nixie gang had already. 50 points just from kills alone, ladies and gentlemen. That is one to work with. Now that puts them in the lead, surely. I mean, 50 points just off of Willems is absolutely insane. Guys, what a game number 2. That is absolutely insane. I look at the in-game chat right now, and people are just like, GG, well played. A bounty like, ah. Good impression, good impression. What an insane game number 2. Non-stop action from start to finish. And we're not even done yet. We still have 3 more games. So here's what we're going to do. We're not going to waste any more time. We're going to take a quick intermission while I tally up the points manually, ladies and gentlemen. And when we come back, we will discuss those points. Maybe do a quick interview and get into game number 3. What an insane game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to hop into an interview in just a couple of seconds over here with the winners of that previous game. But I want to talk scores for just a little bit over here. We may have seen team number 10, Arcane Gaming, win that game, which gave them 55 points total. They now currently sit on 59 between the two games. But if we go ahead and look at Nixie Gang, they went ahead and got a total of 66 points while they finished second, all thanks to that 10 kills that they've gotten. We're going to hop in with Arcane Gamers right here, ladies and gentlemen. Arcane Gamers, welcome and congratulations on winning that Storm Point game, guys. Tell me the thought process at that end game, because Roy, I saw you just go ahead and run in Octane Storm. You just wanted that over and done with.
Yeah. I had to get it done. When I saw that team on top, I knocked the one oak and I saw the one oak. He was, he got knocked. The teamwork got wiped, and I was like, nah, we need to push this now. This is our only window.
Yeah, absolutely.
We had the low ground as well, so we were in. We had to go.
And you were both rocking snipers as well. The Sentinels double charged up. One of you even had the 10x as well. And that would have not been that good close in, so that push was fantastic. I want you guys' thoughts on this right now. You guys won that and got 55 points for that game, putting you at a total of 59 right now between the two games. Nixie Gang, that came in second, they got 66 out of that game due to their 10 kills. Does that put a target on their backs for you, or how do you feel about that?
For sure. If we can spot them and know where they're on the map, we're definitely going for them.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, things are heating up over here. Competition is getting strong. Boys, thank you so much for the interview. Good luck with game number 3.
100%.
And ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about game number 3, because we are heading to the newly reworked, the beautiful Olympus. And I cannot wait to see what teams do over on this map, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, we don't get a game crash again with Quinny. I do feel extremely bad that happened. But listen, there's nothing that I can really do about that as a solo. If we were doing this through a different organization or anything, we could have done a reset. We could have done things like that, but I think we were too far in anyway, so unfortunately that had to be. But guys, we are now going to the beautiful Olympus. I'm seeing a bunch of readies over in the chat, so we'll just go ahead and boot that up. In the meanwhile, I can let you all know right now, ladies and gentlemen, and pay attention to this one, because guys, I just got word that the raffle will begin right now. So you can see it over there in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and type in !Q join to get into the draw for the giveaway, ladies and gentlemen. !Q space join to get into that giveaway. And let's talk about it really quickly, guys, because we have to go ahead and give a shout out to ASL for that hamper that they're giving away to the one lucky viewer that's going to be winning it. Guys, ASL spots out the future of esports, and with that, they go ahead and expose them to the world. This is the start of many young people's esports journey. So go ahead and give them a look at schools.acgl.gg if you want to get schools or universities involved. And of course, thanks again to Evotel for increasing that prize pool to 5,000 Rand, ladies and gentlemen. Level up your gaming experience with Evotel ISP. Go check out all the specials at evotel.co.za. Ladies and gentlemen, we hop now into Olympus. Olympus, ladies and gentlemen, a map that has been recently changed. Some would say for the better, some would say for the worse. I would say it's definitely a map right now that's going to go ahead and put a lot of stress onto players. It's going to be one that I know that these players are gonna stress out. There's so many spots that you can fall off the map over here. Shout out my sister Spawn out there, falling off the map on Olympus. Guys, and of course, we are going to go shuffle out this raffle. Don't you worry, ladies and gentlemen. As we load into Olympus, let's have a look at the map, ladies and gentlemen. And you can see, pretty good spread out. The winners of last game landing at Estates. Baited Rainbow landing at Clinic. The third party over at Grow Towers. And of course, they put the explosive Droopy at Oasis. Saber Chappie all the way up north at Stabilizer. Everyone barely split up to the point right now where it's gonna be different encounters than what we've seen within that first game. Not too many teams close to each other. I think the ones that would be an immediate fight is Baited Rainbow and Weasel's squads, or Warrior Pixie and Saber Chappie. You can see them slowly moving over. No one at Fight Night means that this area is going to be a very good rotate for the two teams up top. But that zone pulling all the way east is going to put so much pressure on the players all the way on the west side of things. Let's go ahead and look at Daddy Cool and Lone Shark Mark as they've landed Grow Towers. And I am genuinely glad, ladies and gentlemen, that we've gone ahead and put on this ALGS mode to go ahead and give that fairness that would not have been here. If there's one thing that I've been striving to do with this tournament, is genuinely make it fair. I have turned down constant Masters and Diamonds and constant teams and players that play every single day and have maxed their level out to points of no return. I've turned them all away to keep it fair for these players. And these guys are having an absolute blast. You can see the way that they're playing within this right now. Also want to give a quick shout out to all of you that have donated over on the link in the pinned comment. This is a event for the Red Cross Children's Hospital, ladies and gentlemen. And that link will be active for the entirety of February. So if you cannot donate now, donate within the month of February. I think we've already gotten $40 if I'm not mistaken. So thank you to everyone who's gone ahead and donated. Let's move in with the lickies. I mean, I've seen these guys in the in-game chat in the lobby literally say we played that horribly, it's time to do better, as they spot one out over on the ship. And Void doing excellent work to scan those care packages and get that Evo up. Evo's so important, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know what Evo is, it's literally the type of shield that you have. You can currently see that Warrior Pixie and Born Legacy are on their grey Evo shields. And it's so important to get the little yellow Evo caches all around the map. These little icons, chat, to go ahead and level up those shields. As we do see Born Legacy ping stuff, but we are going to move over to Daddy Cool, the third party, as we do see a Conduit alt right in front of them. And Daddy Cool on the Mad Maggie here doesn't actually make me mad, which is insane. Mad Maggie is such a good character, especially for the ability to push someone behind a wall and then go ahead and push them out of it into the open, especially with that riot drill. And there it is, the riot drill in action behind that rock. The wrecking ball comes out as well for the speed boost. Daddy Cool gonna go ahead and pick that Evo up as well. Triple take, 88, 66, but unfortunately a little bit overzealous. Now the knockdown shield being held. Lone Shark Mark getting shot at by Baited Rainbow, I believe. Baited looks lost, but we're not going to talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. Meanwhile, Alex looks just as lost on that side. Listen, I know these guys. I can say this about these guys. I'm sure they'll give me a whole lot of yelling afterwards, but right now, I can say what I want. It's okay, ladies and gentlemen. Rampage in hand with a Spitfire on Alex means that he's just going to be trying to chonk out people up close and personal. You can hear that nade spams coming through as Daddy Cool crawling all the way back and is honestly in a very easily raisable spot right now. You can see Lone Shark Mark Didn't manage to go ahead and back all the way up. And as lifeline as well, that res is going to come very, very easily. Let's move over to the other side of the map as the zone comes in. We do see Quinny now back in the game over here. The Lickies are rotating in. Meanwhile, a lot of action between Rogue Wolf, the Bushies versus the Death Star. Right now, just trying to get into zone, but the encounters are going to push them. Meanwhile, the Lickies, they hear the shots. They're hungry for it. 301 in hand, but shoots at the clone. Empties an entire mag out on the clone and gives away position. Zipline taken now. And nades coming in as well. You can see where everyone is. And Droopy and Void, they're going to find themselves third-partied over here. Because we see Rogue. Oh, Rogue actually gets knocked over there. This could be a big play. As Hall is going to push out. Droopy with the shots, though. Has to drop down as well. A little bit of a melee. Void behind. Trying to get the shots. Droopy and Void, the Licky Lickies, get some KP for themselves. And all the way out here, they're not going to get pushed by the enemy squad of the Death Star as they get the res. Tani very low, having to heal up, but well done over there to the Lickies. But it's not done yet because look how much more people are over here on the ramp, the stairway to heaven, as Rem is gonna go down. We have the jump pad from Void. Are they just pushing in? They are right now. They don't know that there's a team on height is the problem. Droopy, or Void, I should say. Spot one's out. Gets absolutely sent it off the dome. We see Death Star now rotating in as well very quickly, taking that jump tower that they've put down in the storm, landing all the way in Hammond. Sloth and company over in Terminal right now. Saber just backing the hell out of here. The Arcane game is sticking on height. Void gonna chill inside by the zipline, waiting for the comms to come through of what do we need to do. Meanwhile, on the far east side of things, we do see Bounty and Panda spotting out. I believe that's Daddy Cruel and Lone Shark Mark. Yes, it is. And the shot hits on the drop down from Bounty. Mr. Bounty, when do you snipe like that? The riot drill comes through and does take money for a little bit. He's going to go ahead and pop that cell to heal up. Meanwhile, behind, Rafs and Go Cat Go, desperately trying to find themselves on this board. Panda trying to climb all the way back up to Mr. Bounty over here. We move over with Rafs inside G7. You can see him just slowly moving, trying to not give away footsteps. Smokes down right now, G7 in hand. G7 and Mozambique right now is currently one of the metas that you can use, especially with the double Mozambiques that are absolutely busted and chunk your health down. Ching, chunk, chunk. Go, Cat, go. Playing this very cautiously. They don't want to go ahead and get taken down. Meanwhile, Nixie does get taken down. Luke lost alive here. And I mean, this is going to be a tough one. Look how much players are around here right now. You can see Pepper and Keegan alternated triple take. That's also one of the metas, ladies and gentlemen. Nemesis and alternator on Keegan's hands. And if you want to talk about a gun that absolutely chunks health, it's the Nemesis. If you know how to use it, just like that, you see how much damage it can output, especially if you 3-2-1 a player. It's absolutely insane, and they're looking to go ahead and put pressure on this. Riot drill comes out. Keegan also on the Maggie. They know that Maggie is the meta on Olympus. So many walls, and I won't be surprised if we see Maggie getting picked a lot over on E District as well. Meanwhile, Arcane Gamers find themselves in a little predicament over here as they are caught inside the tunnels underneath Terminal by Dora Explorer and Tani. The Death Star are holding them out. Arc Snare does come through, but Roy has the Sniper Sentinel in hand. He's going to go ahead. Manages to trade out. Dora lost alive. A little bit lost over here right now. Using the dash that Ash has passively. I mean, knockdown shields being held for both players right now. You can see Ryza manages to get that bat out, but the zone is moving in. Ryza might actually go down to zone over here. This could be disastrous for the Arcane Gamers. We see a smoke go out. Roy's about to get raised, but Ryza now caught in the storm. Won't be able to get a syringe off in time and gets taken out to the storm. Those kills go to Dora Explorer, ladies and gentlemen. Meanwhile, all the way down south, it's absolute havoc Lone Shark Mark, Daddy Cool, the third party themselves, find themselves getting third partied by Nixie Gang. 301s with 3Xs and Nixie, of course, using that Mirage to our advantage. Surprisingly, this team still on Grey Shields. A slow start for them as there's 12 squads left, and now they push up a little bit. You see clones going out. There's the ult from Mirage coming through, and that makes things so much more difficult for opposing players as Lukey does manage to try and get out of dodge. Grapple does come in handy over there. Pops that heal. When we look at Lone Shark Mark, just trying to output a ton of damage over here on the lifeline. Nixie forced to back up. Born Legacy last alive. Warrior Pixie, unfortunately, going down in the steps of Daddy Cool and Lukey Boy, striking fear into the heart of Born Legacy right now. Hoping and praying that the door does not open. Bounty and Panda moving in on the edge of zone right now. I should say against the edge of the wall over here. Summers University. Obviously the newly added POI. As Bounty spots out a potential clone. Does not shoot at it. Will not get bamboozled here today. Because he spots out the deal Mirage going in through those doors. Or past those doors, I should say. Lukey gets absolutely beamed and cracked over there thanks to Bounty. Panda with a few shots of his own. I mean, just looking for an opportunity to get some KP spots. Someone on hide zone is moving in. Pathfinder zipline comes through, makes things a little bit hard over there to get hit. Bounty gets hit very easily though from that Spitfire in Lukey's hands. And I got to see how much health. Luke has so much health over here. Can just stay in the zone and even has Ovula. Maybe not. Has to now grapple. Zone just ticked up a little bit stronger as the round starts closing and Luke is down, and that could be massive as Nixie now a little bit rusty in this game starts moving in zone, starting to chunk and tick away as well. Down below half health, Clones goes out, but of course the ability to heal and go invisible is absolutely massive. Meanwhile, Baited on the Grow Tower has to deal with a couple of Pokemon down below. The Licky Lickies are right there. Unknown. Oh, he could actually be below the Licky Lickies, I should say. And Baited is below. Looks like one floor down. And you can see Droopy ever so cautious. Spots out Baited. There comes the beam. One shot is Baited. Baited with a little bit of an each hell as well. And they spot Baited. And I need to see something. They do not get the chance to go ahead and teabag as a Vantage is gonna go ahead and mark them, and that Vantage is Salty Beast. But look what's in Weasel's hand. The Kraber. Droopy hears that go off and he's getting excited already. He wants that gun in his hands. A respawn goes down right below. That is none other than Nixie raising Luke back into this game. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. Currently at this point in time, Licky Lickies have the kill advantage. 25 KP right here with that 5 kills. A big 150 from Weasel with that Kraber is going to cause a big opportunity, and that was on a catalyst nonetheless. You can see Quackening trying to make their way in over here. I do believe the Licky Lickies are just trying to go ahead and do a little bit of chip damage. They want to get that Kraber for Droopy, but they will have to be forced to move in over here. You can see Droopy marking zone, trying to maybe get a jump pad. Jump pad gets taken out, unfortunately, on the rotating thing, and Droopy standing still with disappointment as he looks at his teammate, and they are forced to take the zipline, but still so much real estate for them to work with in the zone. Quackening is left all alone with an RD-45 with a gold mag and gold laser, ladies and gentlemen. That thing is going to beam close range on Hipfire. We'll see how that holds up. Meanwhile, Nixie is surrounded by the third party. Warrior Pixie and Born Legacy get taken out. Nixie gets punched to death by Daddy Cool as he now goes and gets the reload on the Havoc. Lone Shark Marks gets taken down. A bat getting popped by Mr. Daddy Cool himself. Cool, Calm, and Collected is the name of the game as the Riot Drill is going to deal damage. But right there, a big shot from Weasel with the Kraber. You can see trying to pop that conduit ult, debating where to go. Void and Droopy have the ultimate high ground advantage. All they've got to do is play zone. Keegan and Red Pepper are up here as well. This will be the only challenge for Droopy as they get spotted out. There comes the Riot Drill. There comes the Missile Swarm as well. The Nemesis Spray from Keegan comes through. And now all mayhem and panic in the brains of the Licky Lickies. A second Riot Drill is going to cause so much panic. But there comes the Rolling Thunder. The airstrike from Mr. Droopy himself. A Wrecking Ball comes in as we switch to the cinematic cam. Droopy trying to pop that heal off. Rolling Thunder seems to maybe have pushed back the opposing team just a little bit. Keegan fighting with that Nemesis as well. Triple Take gonna hit Void and crack him. Here comes the Missile Swarm. But right below, Salty Beast. Droopy's caught out in his map healing. Salty Beast is gonna go ahead and get the one. Conduit Q coming through. Void trying to out movement, but gets taken out. The Licky Lickies get a third place. With their 25 KP, that's a decent amount of points, but will it be enough? Only time will tell as Weasel gets taken down by Keegan, and Keegan absolutely locked in here. You can see Red Pepper as well. The double swing coming out. Keegan, Red Kegs, they take the win. Mayhem is the only word that can describe the battle of the Blackheart right now, ladies and gentlemen. Are you not entertained with this? Are you not entertained with this? This is for 5,000 Rand in Steam gift cards. This is for the Red Cross Children's Hospital. This is for all of you guys that have been asking me to go ahead and make a tournament for the longest time. Guys, we're gonna take an intermission so that my brain can focus and try to do the one thing that I suck at, and that is math. When we come back, we move into our 4th out of 5 games, which is going to be on the one, the only World's Edge. We'll see you in a little bit. Ooh, things are starting to heat up right now for all of these players. We're gonna hop into an interview in just a couple of seconds over here. But these guys are giving it their all for a charity fundraiser. Can I just say that half of these players didn't even know that there was going to be a prize until the very last minute. They were just in it for the charity itself. We're going to hop in with the winners of that final game, Red Keg. Gentlemen, what a fantastic game that last one was. Tell me, how does it feel right now after that game, and what you're looking forward to in the next upcoming maps?
I mean, we still feel pretty relaxed. We're not really trying too hard.
That's to put all the other teams on notice. They're just chilling back in their chairs playing. Keep that in mind, guys. They just got 40 points from that last game, and they're just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna get a drink real quick, lean back, maybe have a nap in this next one. Congratulations though, guys. Game number 3, absolutely fantastic. Tell me, what are your thoughts on game number 4? We're moving over to World's Edge.
World's Edge.
I think. Yeah, go.
No, Ron, you can go.
So I think the strategy now is also just playing zone. If you can get zone, you basically win the game.
I didn't know we had ALGS pros over here, ladies and gentlemen. They know exactly what to do over in World's Edge. Guys, good luck with the next game. I'm gonna get it all sorted out for you guys right now. Enjoy the upcoming games.
Thank you. Enjoy.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, World's Edge is where we are going to right now, ladies and gentlemen. Here's our maps one more time. We're almost done with it, ladies and gentlemen, and what's really gonna suck about the end of this is that I'm alone to do math. Also, the website broke, so I have to manually put results in, which sucks because I don't have any admins with me today since my admins are competing. But we are going to go ahead and send the ready over to our team's World's Edge, ladies and gentlemen, on our ALGS mode. I see Droopy in the in-game chat saying Gatsby eating contest next. That's incredible. You know who will go ahead and try to get on board with that? Our beautiful sponsors, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give a massive shout out to ASL. They find the future of esports and expose those talents, ladies and gentlemen, to the world. If you want to sign up your school or university to the next generation of esports, then head on over to schools.acgl.gg. And then, of course, ladies and gentlemen, the guys that are giving away that prize to our winning duo, EvotelZA ISP. Level up your gaming with the best ISP that you can possibly get. Get more headshots and more victories by heading on over to evotel.co.za and checking out the specials that they have. As we load into World's Edge, ladies and gentlemen, this map, notorious in Apex Legends, known so much for those third parties that occur, and of course that streamer building that everybody loved back in the day, and even to today people absolutely love that building. I'm curious to see what the picks are going to be over here. I doubt that we're gonna see a lot of Mad Maggies over here. We're gonna see Mirage. We're gonna see a lot of Caustic maybe. Bangalore is always good, especially for those smokes. Octane has just been a #1 pick after his buffs, so no surprise over there. I can move this? I can move that! I didn't know I could move. This is the part when you realize that this legitimately is the first time that I'm hosting an Apex game. Okay? Like keep that in mind. Okay? Keep that in mind. We're gonna see the lock-ins immediately, ladies and gentlemen. A couple of Maggies actually over here. A lot of Gibbies. A lot of Octanes as well. We even see Pixie on the Watson. I'm going to be extremely judgmental over there because myself as a Watson main is going to be keeping eyes peeled, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, the other thing about this map is all the little vaults that are scattered across the map. that goes ahead and gives off that purple armor, gives that purple bags, loot that you so need. But this is our current drop, ladies and gentlemen. And immediately off the bat, I feel bad for these two, because they are landing in the spot that they hate the most. So I genuinely feel bad for them. We're going to head on over to Bad and Bougie. They've yet to get a point on the board, though. So let's see if this is the game that they can. Now, granted, both of these guys aren't really Apex players. I've seen Rafts do a couple of Apex streams as well, but I don't think it's been for prizes like this, against players like this as well. Yes, this is a casual tournament, but these players they want that 5k. They're giving it their all over here. Cat, I know, loves CS. Completely different game than what is being played right now. So it is a tough start for them, but hopefully they can bounce back in these last 2 games. I am also getting word right now, chat. Yes, okay. I am also getting word right now, chat, that a winner has been picked. And currently we are making a graphic for the winner of the giveaway, ladies and gentlemen. So it's not going to be announced yet. We'll probably announce it at the end of the stream, at the end of the tournament, ladies and gentlemen. So keep that in mind. A winner has been selected, which means that the raffle is closed, ladies and gentlemen. And this is where you go ahead and you hope and pray that you're going to be winning that ASL hamper and that limited edition Battle of the Blackheart shirt. We're just chilling on the map right now because there's not much happening. We do see that Weasel and Salty Beast are moving over to fragment that beautiful streamer building. They are actually over on that streamer building. Meanwhile, at the train station, or just on the other side of the train station, is where Bad and Bougie are. Salty Beast on the Vantage genuinely makes me a little happy over here. Vantage is such an underutilized legend, especially for that alt. Now, granted, back in the day when she was released, the alt was pretty good. People didn't like that much because you only had 5 bullets. But now you go ahead and add things in that they've brought into modern day. Things like the power booster amp, which makes your tactical and your alt charge faster. You put that on Vantage, you're sniping for days, ladies and gentlemen. Days. We are going to go all the way down south over here as we see the engagement between the third party and Zorosanji. Daddy Cool having to pop those heals really quickly. Meanwhile, on the other side, Watson fences galore from Pixie. Chubbs and Pixie just going to back up for now. And we see on the other side, Mr. Daddy Cool puts that clone through right now. As we accidentally click a wrong button, ladies and gentlemen. Arcstars do go out though over here. Nade spams coming in as well. If we can get a look at where Lone Shark Mark is trying to wrap around over on that Valkyrie. But forced to go back over to Daddy Cool. You see taking height now again, flexing all of these heirlooms. If only I could get one myself, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe these players will use that 5,000 rand, ladies and gentlemen, to get themselves one of those heirlooms. As the spray comes through, Lone Shark Mark getting beamed though. And this is what's good about Watson, ladies and gentlemen. The ability to just hold out like this. The ability to just keep a fence. Unfortunately, Pixie does go down over here. Chubbs is the last alive. Daddy Cool manages to find his way in, and those fences aren't going to be much help anymore. Pixie going down leads to the team getting wiped, and Daddy Cool and Lone Shark Mark getting the eliminations. Meanwhile, you do see more Rampage fire coming through, but Mr. Bounty. Long bows, a 4 to 8x, not even a 6x in hand. Now the confusion comes through. Now Bounty is a little bit overstimulated, overwhelmed with all of the clones. Has to now run inside. Here's the heals up top, but he's still going ahead and watching his way. Nade spams up top now comes through as well. As Panda, I believe, is moving through the other door, but nowhere to be seen. Here's the steps, marks all over the place, but they've been bamboozled. They've been wrapped around in a complete loop over here, and they can't make anything out of that knock. Meanwhile, Daddy Cool, the third party, has landed in Lava Siphon. Rogue Wolf. They've gone downstairs. They've hidden themselves. A game of professional hide and seek, ladies and gentlemen. And for those of you panicking in the chat, no, the giveaway is not announced yet. A winner has been picked, but it will be announced at the end of the stream. Do not panic, ladies and gentlemen. The only panic that's here right now is in these 3 teams in one area as a 4th team comes on by. Nixie go, but that beautiful G7 Scout, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not using the Scout in these games, you are actively throwing. It is such a good gun. But then also another good gun over here in the hands of Lukey, the T-Take. Triple Take has been hitting as of late. Everyone has been dying to get their hands on it. Big spray down comes from Daddy Cool. Cannot finish the job though. Manages to do so with that alternator. As now he pushes up. They're hungry for that kills. They want that KP. Bounty and Panda, they say we don't want this. Girthquake out, and they back out. In fact, they head on over to Zone. And speaking of Zone, moving all the way down to Thermal Station. And those landed at Thermal Station, they've moved out. They're looking for some kills. Steps heard on the left over here of Droopy. You can see the panic. He's thinking. I can hear him say it right now. Did I just hear steps? And he marks it over there as well. So that is going to be Roy, the last alive for the Arcane gamers. And that's the one downside with Octane, ladies and gentlemen. That metal legs need a little bit of WD-40 sometimes with how much they squeak. Droopy getting distracted with teams out in the distance. Little does he know that there's a rat right next to him. And Roy has the opportunity now to get a couple more KP for his team. Droopy has gone all the way down right now to try and potentially stop a reboot as he spots out one, but he's turned his back over to the other teams. Red Pepper and Keegan, the winners of the last game. They come in now. They drop in with that missile swarm. Red Pepper immediately gets that knock. We are going to also go ahead and see the Rolling Thunder come through. Void now on the run, just trying to back out, get a reset, and maybe get his teammate back in. And running for his life, needs to hope and pray that he doesn't not run into a team. Closest despawn, or closest craft I should say, is dead ahead of him. But will the call be made to go ahead and res there? Meanwhile, Bounty Hunter and Panda still running for their lives, getting their licks in here and there, but also going ahead and getting beamed. Bounty getting cracked over there on a return fire. That is the third party that is currently doing their best to push through, to get those kills, to get more KP. Currently, the third party, each game, have gotten the same number of points, ladies and gentlemen. I believe it's 29 points that they've gotten every single game. Looking to maybe break that streak over here. Is up close on Bounty. Has to stim. Will he pop the stim surge to heal? He does not. Instead pops a bat real quick with that bottomless. Panda has been knocked. And Bounty running for his life. But chasing him down is the third party. And getting that kill is the third party. Bounty gets taken out. And that's some more KP for the third party. 4 to their name currently. Does Void manage to get the despawn off? He does get the craft over. And we just need to go ahead and see if he can find himself a mobile despawn. Get his teammate back in jump pad. Goes down. Gonna get him a little bit of distance, but not the most that's out there. Salty Beast and team. Over by the Evo Harvester, Saber and Remy moving into Thermal. The third party getting snuck up on by Nixie Gang. We're in a top 9 situation. Void takes the jump tower, but does he know that he's... No, he backs up. And this could be disastrous for Void over here. He's choosing to go the other direction. He can climb this, but will he be able to get in without being noticed? Is the question. He's gonna probably pop a jump pad over here to get up. Does that indeed. Manages to get up over here. Spots all the respawns on his right in the storm. But little does he know that there's two people in this tunnel that hear that jump pad. And now that spot him out. Oh, but Alex misses all those shots on the spray. Void, absolutely lucky that those were the people in the tunnel. Now backs up after that ult recharge. The ult Excel gets the pad back. And Void is scot-free to stim. But does he know about a third party in front of him? All those scans coming through. Void now getting G7'd. In the tunnel now, right below. Baited Rainbow, yes, actually getting spotted out over there. Void still in tunnel right now. How is Void alive? As he now gets beamed from the left. Needs to pop a stim surge, but cannot do so. Gets taken out by Salty Beast in 8th place over there. But those shots heard. That kill confirmed. And the third party looking to get a couple more points. Lone Shark Mark. The G7 hits way too hard in his hands as he now goes up, up, up. This is his moment. Missile Swarm comes in. 25 flesh. Sees the Vantage go up 27 off of that scout. Can Daddy Cool go ahead and confirm that kill? Spots out that beam and the car. Let me tell you the car, and ladies and gentlemen, we have a new kill leader in the form of Daddy Cool and the third party, 8 to their name. And you can tell immediately when it's someone's map that pops on. World's Edge is just the third party's map. Meanwhile, a couple shots coming out of Keegan over here. Has that Hemlock, and Hemlock, another underrated weapon in the world of Apex Legends, ladies and gentlemen. Now just scouting out. This is all you need to do. You heard them say it. Just play for positioning. They currently have 4 kills to their name. And a little bit more damage off of that riot drill as well. But these guys are hungry. These guys want these kills right now. They're feeling that KP. They've got 8 already to their name. What's a couple more to their name? As Daddy Cool now, car in hand, with the biggest spray that you could have in a tournament like this. From the car, switches to the 301, then gets a big amount of damage, enough to go ahead and try to push up. Lone is going to go ahead and bamboozle our own Mirage player over here for just a second. 6 kills to the name is absolutely massive. Spots out a team over on the height right in front. Pops in with that car and has infinite ammo nonetheless. Can put as much pressure as he wants. Riot Drill is going to go ahead and cause a lot of damage to Daddy Cool over here. And this is what Mad Maggie's all about. Just putting those drills on every single building that you possibly can to slow down every other player that you possibly can. Keegan and Pepper, they're spraying down our kill leaders right now. Quinny and Quackening chilling in the building over to the right. Daddy Cool gets cracked one more time, and there's those Mad Maggie drills coming through. 5 with 10 is where we're at in terms of numbers. Alex and Baited still somehow on gray shields as they are getting just their placement points to push through on this map. Daddy Cool with another spray down right now. Manages to go ahead and crack Pepper and is doing a fantastic job over here of wasting resources. That's what this is called, ladies and gentlemen. Daddy Cool may not have a lot of cells left or cells at all, but has infinite ammo over here. And on top of that, has infinite ammo in a mythic weapon. One of the best weapons in the game naturally, let alone mythic form. The car SMG. Now it has double bullet types. Either one way you can go and beam shields better or beam flesh better. On top of that, the R301. A gun that has been buffed this past split. And we spoke about it on one of my other streams, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, that damage from that drill is going to go ahead and break invisibility on Daddy Cool right there. He's going to pop a Phoenix though, however. Lone Shark Mark 3 kills to his name with 4 assists, and that G7 is going to prove to deal a lot more damage very, very quickly. And this is what I love about Daddy Cool right here. He's peeking the left and the right at the same time. And already, they've broken their streak of how much points they've gotten in the past 3 games. But nade coming through doesn't go far enough over there. Need to work on those throwing skills, Mr. Daddy Cool, as another drill comes through. And now the roles are a bit reversed. We see Keegan and Red Pepper wasting the third party's resources, wasting those shields. Meanwhile, we've got a massive rotating flank coming in from Saber and Remy. Bait of them do get taken out. Saber is moving up real close over here. Rampage in hand with the Mastiff. 20 and Quack gonna start shooting over at Saber. Big beams with that flatline. Oh, what a gorgeous flatline that is as well. Sparrow ult comes through. The Stinger Bolt's in play. But let's go back over to Daddy Cool side, because we are getting a push from Keegan and Red Pepper. And the ticking from this riot drill has been the name of the game this entire map. The clones aren't fooling Keegan and Red Pepper at all. Hemlock in hand now, spots out where another team is. Another riot drill coming through. No damage ticks on that as Red Pepper gets absolutely beamed. But up close and personals, Keegan. Keegan is one shot. So is Daddy Cool though. Bats will be popped, and this is where Keegan can waste resources. He has bottomless bats. He doesn't need any other resources, maybe besides a medkit or two. Speaking of medkits, does all get dropped for Daddy Cool over here. That car still in hand, and it's going to prove to be very vital in that end game. And we are in that end game right now. 4 squads left. 8 players. Final zone, ladies and gentlemen. Winnie and Quackening, they need to move out. Clones getting thrown out as well right here, right now. And there's the ult coming from Daddy Cool. Spotted in the air, though, with a beautiful beam. Not enough to get the kill as Quinny drops down. The conduit queue is going to go ahead and save her life a little bit longer. When he pushed up back to the top, and Daddy Cool cannot find those final few shots. Lone Shark Mark tapped inside with those right rolls again. Up close is Daddy Cool with the car. Sprays down one. Red Pepper is one. Lone Shark Mark right there with the tag in to get the wipe. 3,100 damage on Daddy Cool. 22, basically 2,300 on Lone Shark Mark in a top 2 situation. Reinstalled for Tony against the third party as Quackening goes down. And this is looking all Daddy Cool. They have shot themselves to the top with that game. 65 points alone off of eliminations. 85 total for game number 4. An absolute insane showing for the third party as they break their streak of that 29 points per game, and they push themselves into the top names to win that 5K. Guys, that was game number 4. Absolutely insane. And I hate to say it, we might have to go ahead and interview someone that we've interviewed already. We might have to do that, but we'll do that after the break. We have one more map to determine who's gonna win the 5,000 rand. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch that dial. E-District is up next. things are looking up right now for the third party. In fact, we're going to head back over to the third party for a little bit of an interview, and I'm going to read them a couple of numbers because this is absolute insanity of what we just witnessed in that last game.
Hey!
The third party out of nowhere. How are you boys doing after that?
Not good.
But good.
I mean, you guys can... It's so easy to tell when a player is comfortable on a certain map. I looked at you guys gun down every other team with ease. That was absolute insanity. You guys finished that map with 85 points.
Nice.
I want
The way we roll, man.
I want to point this out right now.
Okay.
Every other game before that, you guys finished with 29.
Yeah, we got fifth with 4 kills. A game after game.
Every single game.
Like, not again, dude.
So,
That is
I mean, we
insane.
swapped it up by taking the Volk now, simply
Yeah.
because we wanted to be the third party and not be the third partied. So, let's hope we bring it.
Absolutely, and now we move over to the final game. E-District, any final words that you may have for your viewers watching, cheering you on in the chats?
We're gonna take this one home, guys. We're locked in now. We've done warming up. Those first 3 games were warm-up rounds. You see, we got 5th
Damn.
with 4th kills every time just to keep ourselves in the running. You see, it's all part of that storyline, keeping it like, oh, are they gonna? And now it's like all or nothing. I hope. We're honestly, we're just hoping. If
Yeah,
I'm honest with you.
Well, good luck as we go into that final game of E-Districts. I'll see you boys on the battlefield.
See you there.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the final map, E-District, is approaching. And unfortunately, one team backed out of the lobby over here. They didn't want to handle the pressure of this final game. They backed out, and I think they know from looking at the points that it wasn't going their way. So we have our 15 teams in this match. But before we go into this game, ladies and gentlemen, of course, we have to give those shout outs one more time. ASL giving away that hamper to one of you beautiful viewers out there. They find the future of esports and expose the talents to the world. ASL, the ACGL Schools League. If you guys want to add your school or university to the esports tournaments that happen yearly, then go ahead and check out schools.acgl.gg. And of course, these players are hyped up now only for that 5k, that 5,000 rand in Steam gift cards, split between our two viewers, 2,500 each. And of course, thanks to Evotel ISP for that. Level up your gaming experience by moving over to Evotel. Get more wins and more eliminations in your games. Check out all the specials that are to be had at evotel.co.za. E-District, ladies and gentlemen. Our final map, and also the newest map that has yet come out of this game. A beautiful map indeed. A map that a lot of the players I know here absolutely love. And on top of that, a lot of... Oh, we seem to have an issue. Okay, we will do a reset here, ladies and gentlemen, as one player got kicked out to the lobby. So we will do a reset since we didn't start the game. Okay, since we did not get into the game, Weasel's teammate unfortunately got kicked out to the lobby, ladies and gentlemen. So we will go ahead and get this started up once more, ladies and gentlemen. Since we didn't actually get into the game over there and nothing actually happened, we will do a reset. That's usually how we do it when we cast other games as well. Okay, Not too bad though. One issue. Well, two issues. Two issues that we've had. We'll get everyone back in. Yeah, just letting everyone know in the game chat. Really quickly. And we will ask if they're ready. This is typically what happens when things like this happens. We will do a reset if we don't get into the game. And we'll do up to 3 resets. If after the third time you don't load in, unfortunately, there will be no more resets. So that's one of our resets right now used. As we can. Okay. I'm about to disqualify Droopy for asking me for a Gatsby, ladies and gentlemen. I'm about to go ahead and disqualify Droopy for asking me for a Gatsby, out of all people. But this is E-District, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful, beautiful E-District. I didn't know until last game that I could move this around. That's crazy. That's crazy, by the way. Hopefully there's no issues in here. Hopefully all players are in. It seems like we are. We're at 30 out of 60, which would be our 15 teams. Guys, if you want to see this happen again, let me know, because I want to host more battles of the Blackheart every single year. I want to try to do maybe 2 a year, ladies and gentlemen. That's how much fun I'm having with this. People have been asking me for a long time to host my own tournaments. I cast tournaments. I commentate them. I host them at events. When am I going to host my own? Here I am doing it for all of you beautiful people. And I want to do more. So if you are enjoying this, I do ask that you share the news about this. I see we have a ton of viewers in chat. I appreciate every single one of you. And on top of that, this is for charity, ladies and gentlemen. This is for the Red Cross Children's Hospital. So please go ahead, if you can. There's a link in the pinned comment. Go ahead and please donate. That link will be active for the entirety of February, ladies and gentlemen. So please, 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 if you can, go ahead and donate. It's for a good cause. This is esports for a good cause, ladies and gentlemen. But now it is time for the final game. And I just got a Discord message. Hang on, I got an alt tab. Okay. I have just received the file of the winner, ladies and gentlemen, that has been drawn. I haven't opened it yet. After this game, I will add it to OBS and we will reveal it together, ladies and gentlemen. We have the winner of the giveaway, the ASL hamper, the first ever merch drop of the AR Gaming Live. Go ahead, exclamation shop in the chat right now. You'll go ahead and check out the shirt that one viewer is going to be winning, and you can pre-order a bunch of stuff. And of course, there's the Tatakai collection, the Attack on Titan themed Blackheart shirt that will be on pre-order on February 10th. But as for now, our final game is here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and see who can walk away with the most points in here, and who's gonna walk away with that 5,000 rand. Right off the bat, a lot of players very close to each other on the west side of this map. And I mean, just off of this map alone, you can see how much buildings and clutter is on this map right here. And I won't be surprised if we go ahead and see a lot of mags. In fact, we can go and check it right now. Keegan's on the Maggie right there. We do have a couple bloodhounds. Chubbs, unfortunately, and Pixie looks like they have something going on. Chubbs is a little bit... Okay, it's just a visual glitch. Don't worry about it, chat. It's just a visual glitch. They are okay. They are a-okay. We do see some conduits as well. The Octanes, the Revenant there on Rogue. Raf's picking up the Bangalore. And we look at the change over on the Lickies. We have Valkyrie. Droopy knows that rotation right now is causing an issue. And especially as Bangalore, he's smoking his feet to go ahead and create some sort of cover. But it's not always working. It's not always working. So he's trying to go ahead and do that. I'm just adjusting. Don't mind the right side, chat. It's okay. But we are going to go ahead and move over to to the northwest side, ladies and gentlemen. Nixie and Luki find themselves in an early battle, nonetheless. And it is going to be up against the Death Star. Nixie playing close to my own heart over here on the Watson. But that Naruto skin nonetheless. Spitfire Mastiff in hand. Deadly combination. Rampage L-Star on Lukey. And I want to talk about the L-Star for a second, because when the L-Star hits, the L-Star absolutely hits. It's a gun that is very underutilized because of its energy status, but the Death Star currently on the height advantage. Wraith and Bangalore playing a lot more aggressive right now as the Thermites come through. Nixie and Lukey forced to back off of that corner. Lukey just backing off and getting a further distance over here. He has that Rampage, which can deal with the distance. Meanwhile, Tani, up top, we do see the Wraith portal come through all the way down here from Dora. A good reset, but could have probably used that for a different scenario. Just have a look at the map. Any other fights going on? Nothing as of yet. The Lick squad was sort of encroaching over here on the labs area down south, looking to get a clean few kills down low. Of course, when you get your landing spots, you can see everyone else's landing spots on the map as well, so they definitely know that the team is down here as well. And more teams, in fact, moving up north. We are going to see Keegan and Red Pepper move up top now, looking for a couple more points to add to that leaderboard. Here's the steps. Here's Pepper. Here's both players of the Death Star, in fact, in that building. Keegan gonna get spotted out, but the Maggie is gonna go ahead and deal a lot of positioning change for the Death Stars. You can see they have to hug this tiny little corner while nade spams come through. Pepper gonna move all the way up top to Keegan, and they're gonna try to just secure position with this. Missile Swarm comes through. Luke is up close right now with Nixie, and all of a sudden Death Star find themselves in a dire situation. It went from it all to nothing. Disastrous for the Death Star as they get taken out. Lukey boy knocked down as well. Nixie could get the Riz off here as well, but I mean, Red Pepper, Keegan, they are rushing in real strong. Nixie not used to this game anymore, cowering down low. Keeg spots immediately, and now the run comes through. The chase is over there from both players, and Red Kegs gets themselves a couple more KP. Move over to Daddy Cool. So far, I believe the team that is in the lead right now. Nixie gang managed to get 2 KP over there, but a 13th place means that they don't get any placement points. A very, very early elimination. I know that they did not want to drop out that early. We are going to see a skyward dive come through from Droopy on the Valk. And honestly, just trying to maybe get that purple armor as quickly as they possibly can. There is a scan beacon over right in front of them. They will go ahead and get information from that. And they've backed out of labs. Alex and baited over on the right of the Licky Lickies. Could be an engagement fairly soon. Rogue Wolf having to go ahead and pop those heals. And interestingly enough, we do see that bang smoke that came in over there. From which team was that? That was Quinny and company. That bang smoke was the EMP charge bang smoke. So not opting to go for the more powerful heals in smoke that we've seen throughout our games so far. That could be a little bit of a situation that helps out against the likes of Maggie, against the likes of any Gibbies that we may find. But again, I don't think we actually have that. 3 teams just chilling next to each other as if it's a residential area. Bounty and Panda right next to Red Kegs, right next to Bad and Bougie. And B&B just playing the slow side of things as Bounty with the charge Sentinel. And this is your moment. This is what you live for. As Bounty rushes in with the Sentinel, clips the edge just a tiny bit, but has the flat line to go ahead. A little bit of lag over there for Bounty. And a little bit of a whiff on the spray. But Panda can clutch this up, and Panda will clutch this up. As the threat of Red Kegs is over. And I'ma tell you this right now, there's gonna be a Discord call later on with some conversations between these 2 teams. But they should not rest just yet. B&B is still over here, Bad and Bougie, and also Lost Legion. Up close with her bow nonetheless. A bow check in hand, and listen, that bow check Don't ever underestimate it. That's a 98 headshot if you can use it. You can attach a grenade to this bow as well if you really wanted to. No grenade, it seems like, on here just yet. There is grenades attached. And look at the damage output of that. 80 damage just off of a chest shot randomly. And now the pad comes through. Both teammates are cracked. A little bit of a tap strafe going through as you do see that the grav lift was spotted over on the left. Now they're just trying to hunt them down. Meanwhile, B&B now, they might get their space encroached upon. As they just sit here with their grey shield trying to play for any points. And these guys are playing for the vibes. They've said it themselves. They are here to have fun and support the charity. And maybe go ahead and get a couple of kills and make people a little mad here and there as they chill in this building. You hear that boat check coming through from Llama. Oh, sorry, from LLG. Lamar. Sloth. The Nemesis in hand. But I don't think that Bounty is going to go ahead and peek this. Panda is knocked over here, and the Dez will come through. Slow Dez, but nonetheless a Dez. But the third party, they are here. They've found themselves some more loot. There's that launch tower. I just want to check how much kills that they have. 3 to their names right now. That's 15 KP sitting in the back pocket, and they look to expand on that. Another skyward dive coming out from the Lickies all the way to Energy Bank. Baited, and Alex in here right now could find themselves getting a Pokeball thrown at them from the Pokemon that is the Lickies. As we see, an Altic Cell getting picked up by Void. Looking to maybe hold that on for Droopy to get another skyward dive. Droopy, though, he's got the Sentinel in hand. He said it himself by game number 5. He's just going to try to snipe and trick shot. We're going to see exactly how he manages to do so over here. The unsuspecting targets that is Baited and Alex. This is going to be tough for them. You can see Void just scanning out anything. A car SMG is now in play. The Seer ult is here as well. That Seer ult, so powerful after the buffs. Not a lot of people are playing Seer these days. Of course, it's not as busted as what Seer was once before, but there's the scan. A massive scan from Droopy as he now spots out where MBS is. Baited and Alex. 88 on the sniper. A punch throws off Droopy. You know that's thrown him off. Missile Swarm comes in. High flight coming through from Droopy. Doesn't check his corners. Just pushes through. Gets the kill on one. Does get scanned though from the Nano Swarm. Right behind is Baited. There's the spray down. Droopy gets the 2 KP easily. And a jump pad for good measure to just get into the zone, and they find themselves all the way on the east side. Meanwhile, the third party hunting down Girthquake. I mean, look at the guns in hand right now. 301 Vault, G7 Alternator. These are the guns that you have in your inventory when you want to win. Daddy Cool taking a couple shots with that 301. Spots out where Panda is. Clone goes out, and no decoy activation as of yet. Might get activated by Bounty. Bounty gets spotted out over there on the jump pad. Panda now up close, too up close, but a little bit of Horizon. So powerful. There's the Newt coming in with the gravity. The black hole, I should say. Comes in, it slows down, and it takes away that aim from Daddy Cool for just long enough. Meanwhile, we see some shots coming out of the Lickies as well onto BNB. Enemy shields are cracked over on Bounty. And just now playing it slower than usual. You can see Void padding away, padding himself and Droopy out of that fight. Does not want to take that engagement. In fact, there's there's a car over here. Might want to drop that 301 for the car. Both teammates on purple right now. And this is exactly what they want. Neither one of them, though, taking the car SMG is extremely surprising to me, especially when there's infinite ammo there. That is insane that they don't do that. Cat has the skyward dive right now. Raph's trying to go ahead and maybe get a heal off Pixie. Trying to push Winnie over here. Spotted out, Sentinel in hand. Pulls out the nade on easy shot. Doesn't take the shot. Interesting play from this duo, not taking that shot whatsoever, and now pushing in with that lifeline glider. Meanwhile, Void peeking again. This is B&B on the opposite side of fire, both cracked. Arcstar now coming in with the missile swarm and a frag grenade. Thermite as well. Void is just a bombardment at this point and can literally just go ahead and push in, but they play this so cautiously. It's insane how cautious they're playing this. Both members of B&B absolutely cracked and stuck behind this rock healing, wasting bats on here, but the Lickies are not pushing in. This is a disastrous moment for them. That's free KP that they could get, but they choose to not. Void playing off of that G7, and this could just be a state of let's not risk it. We don't know who else is around. But if you have that knowledge, no one's around. But now the Sentinel focused on an entirely different team. Show me what you got, Droopy. Don't tell me you can use the Kraber, but not the Sentinel. It's looking that way right now. As another missile swarm will go out to B&B, but they are long gone. That free kills have skedaddled. They've gotten up and they've left the entirety of this place. They've left the graveyard that they were in. North side right now. We do have the Arcane Gamers, winners of our previous game, playing off of literal scraps right now. 120 damage between the two of them, as Panda is going to get massive amounts of shots off. None of them really connecting, but still wasting that much ammo lets them know that you're here. But a big beam coming out of Roybar means that they are able to push. Oh, the Nox gas comes through. But that's another team. In fact, that's a third party. Nah, that's the third party. As they get the clean knock over on Roy. All those battles popping off. A thermite in there just to clear it out if need be. Ryza out right here, close and personal. Daddy Cool goes down. Lone Shark Mark, the last one left alive here. G7 alternator in hands. And playing it slow. Look how cautious you play this out. You get the res off if you can. 6 squads, 12 players left within this, and they opt for getting that reset, getting teammates back in here. And there's that skyward dive now on the Valk, spotting out every other team. The Licky is gonna get caught out over here as Void inside the elevator shaft on the zipline still gets knocked. Going for a quick res over here perhaps, but this could be the downfall as there's opponents right above them. Void needs to go ahead and hit that stim surge, but gonna opt out for the bat. Of course, Octane does go ahead and heal passively. This is Bounty and Panda in this building now as well. B&B is off in the zone. Arcane Game is pushing in. Lone Shark Mark as well over there. You can see Droopy just going to chill with Void, holding angles. It looks like Droopy decided, hey, I'm taking that car anyway. Now he's got one of the best weapons in game. If we can have a look really quickly at this situation of the Lickies and literally Girthquake just in one building. As the beams come through, and that's how hard a car SMG hits when it's in its mythic form. Droopy though, over peaking a little bit. The Vault is not a gun to mess around with. We are going to see Bounty push up and try to snipe another team. 158 on a conduit, but falls off of that roof. And now forced to just heal a little bit. Void and Droopy just backing out of here right now, getting the hell out of dodge. And you can see that movement that Droopy's been practicing over there with that super gliding, as now Daddy Cool and Lone Shark Mark will take their shots on some other players as well. This is the final storm to move in, ladies and gentlemen. No safe zone after this. And I mean, Daddy Cool with the beams right now is putting so much pressure on a lot of players. Bamboozle goes out. Doesn't get shot at, but does get so much damage on that conduit. When he goes down at the end of it, Bounty gets absolutely sprayed by Daddy Cool, but the kill is going to go ahead over to Panda. Panda gets absolutely blasted, though. And just like that, Girthquake taken out. New kill leader once again, Daddy Cool. as we find ourselves in a top 4 situation. Somewhere along the line, Void got taken out. And somewhere along the line, Droopy got faked out by a bamboozle. We have our top 3, the Arcane Gamers. We have reinstalled... Oh, sorry, we have B&B still in this, I should say. B&B somehow in this, taken out now only, and we're back down to these 2 teams. The third party, the Arcane Gamers. Daddy Cool and Lone Shark Mark against Ryza and Roybot. All fighting now for these final points, but I'm pretty sure that the winners have been set in stone already. We will take a short intermission after this just so I can do math since I'm all alone, and we know how math is not my strong suit, nor is anything. But we do witness Roybot right now as the caustic, and this could be the one thing that makes it tough for Daddy Cool and Lone Shark Mark. But I mean, the way that they play this, look at how they play this. Car SMG infinite ammo now in the hands of Daddy Cool. This is exactly what he had last time when they won the previous game with 85 points. 85 points. Ladies and gentlemen, as we hear in this final few moments of gameplay, I ask you all that if you enjoyed this and you want to see more Battle of the Blackheart tournaments, to go ahead and share this channel, hit the follow button, subscribe if you can as Ryza goes down, because we want to do more of this as the year goes on. And it's a dire situation right now for the Arcane Gamers. Lone Shark Mark gonna take a bow. Daddy Cool with the clones and the car SMG just watching his opponents as the storm closes in. And they know that they've got this one fairly in the bag. They have the mythic in hand, but you still can't count out this game anyway. But this is looking all third party. Spray's not connecting just yet. Caustic Battles will go ahead and hit just a little bit, and Vault Spray comes down. Daddy Cool gets one. Ryza is on height, as we do see Roy get taken out, fully thirsted. Lone Shark Mark gets the final kill. 9 kills to the third party's name, ladies and gentlemen. A beautiful, beautiful final game, wrapped up very nicely at the end. Ladies and gentlemen, math's not my strong suit, nor was anything, and there's a lot of numbers that I gotta go and add up. So please bear with me as we take one final intermission, and at the same time as I'm doing that, I will go ahead and get what I've just gotten from my broadcast team in the background, and that is the name of the winner that's made into something. I don't know what they've made it into. I genuinely have no idea what they've made it into. So we will see this together, ladies and gentlemen. But for now, I need to add some points. So bear with me on one final intermission. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the numbers do not lie, okay? Numbers do not lie. I've added the winner of the giveaway as well to OBS. We will check that out in a second. But first things first, ladies and gentlemen, with
Oh, hi.
237 points, your
Yeah?
winners of the first ever Battle of the Blackheart and 5,000 Rand in Steam cards richer, the third party Daddy Cool and Lone Shark Mark. Congratulations, boys.
Thank you
Lekker,
so
lekker.
much. So much
Yeah,
fun,
thanks for
man.
the amazing tournament there.
I will
Yeah,
get
it
your
was really
guys'
well done.
information after this, and we will get those codes out through emails. You guys are now both individually 2,500 Rand richer in your Steam wallets. What are you guys going to do with it? I swear to God, if you guys say you're going to get another heirloom,
It was on the table, but I've been forced to get Arc Raiders, and I'm gonna get myself an Arcana in Dota 2. And Mark, how about
Ooh.
yourself?
I think I'm gonna eventually buy GTA 6 when it comes out in 2029.
you see, that's
I think you'll be able to buy
cool.
like the base game. Yeah.
The base game works over there. Well, boys, congratulations once again. Thank you for being part of this charity fundraiser. Anything you want to say to everyone watching?
Thirdly, again, thank you for hosting this tournament, and thank you for everybody who's been watching and supporting the cause specifically. It is a charity fundraiser, like you said, and it's it's been an honor. Thank you for having us, and good luck. Have fun to the next one that you host. I think you did really well on this one. You should pat
I
yourself on the
really
back,
appreciate that, man. And I'll see you.
And everybody
afterwards.
donate to Red Cross.
Yeah.
And that's all I have to say.
Everyone donate. Red Cross Children's Hospital. We've gotten a good amount of donations so far. We can get more. Boys, thank you so much for being here. I will see you all in the next one.
Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the first ever Battle of the Blackheart, the third party, Daddy Cool and Lone Shark Mark. But now let's get into something, okay? Because 237 points is insane. 237 points is incredible. What's also incredible, ladies and gentlemen, is the fact that one of you guys, and I'm going to pull it up over here, are going to be winning this. A limited edition, one of a kind, Battle of the Blackheart shirt. Okay? When I say one of a kind, I mean it. I'm never printing this again. I'm not even printing this for myself. I will never have this gold variant of this Battle of the Blackheart shirt. And on top of that, we also got to go ahead and give a quick little thank you as well to the sponsors that have made this possible. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, Evotel, giving that prize pool of 5k to our victors over there, the third party. Guys, if you're not with Evotel, you need to level up your game, okay? Get more headshots, get more kills with Evotel ISP. Go check out all the specials that they have over on evotel.co.za. And then, of course, our other sponsor and what we're talking about right now for the giveaway. ASL, the ACGL Schools League, have given a hamper to me to give away to one of you alongside the first ever merch drop, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys want to get your schools and universities involved in esports tournaments, it happens yearly. All you got to do is go to schools.acgl.gg. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you guys see it on my merch site, !shop, if you want to get a closer look at it. One shirt to be given away. And of course, we have that merch drop coming soon, opening on February 10th. But let us see who exactly is the winner. And I've not opened this file yet, ladies and gentlemen, so I have no idea. I've just plugged it into OBS. Ladies and gentlemen, and for those asking, the placements will be posted on the website. I just got to do it manually, so that's a lot of work. I will do it, though. Don't you worry, ladies and gentlemen. I will do it. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Battle of the Blackheart giveaway, the ASL hamper, and the limited edition one-of-the-kind golden Battle of the Blackheart shirt is Moist Men 420. Congratulations, Moist Men 420, on winning the first ever merch drop. Guys, can we get some W's in the chat for Moistman in the chat? We'll be winning an ASL hamper, and we'll also be winning the Golden Battle of the Blackheart shirt, ladies and gentlemen. Moistman, I will reach out to you and get your details from you after the stream. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I will also, and I appreciate all the raids, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I will also be updating the website to go ahead and have the scores. I just have to do it manually, so it's gonna just take a little bit of time. But that was it. That's the first ever Battle of the Blackheart, and nonetheless, for a charity as well. I appreciate every single one of you that is here donating to this cause, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are the real heroes of this. And like I said, if you can't donate right now, then please, this link will be available for the entirety of February. So go ahead and donate throughout the entirety of February, and all funds head on over to the Red Cross Children's Hospital. I think we're around 20% of our goal right now. We can surely reach that, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate every single one of you being here. And I'm going to plug it one more time because I really want to. I genuinely want to. Guys, go check out my merch store. Please and thank you. Exclamation shop in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Exclamation shop in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and check out all the merch that we have. We have a couple of shirts right now. A couple of shirts all on pre-order. And there will be one that I will be revealing once again here at the end of the stream, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you so much for all the support that you guys have had for my first ever tournament. I appreciate all of you so much. But that's all, Shido. Thanks again to ASL for sponsoring this, and to Evotel as well. Go check out schools.acgl.gg and evotel.co.za. And here's to the next Battle of the Blackheart. May it be bigger, may it be better, and may I see all of you there again. But for now, that's all, Shido. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.
何をしてる